Yeah.
What's up? Oh, I didn't even see what episode this is. Is this 5?
This is 5.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome
Dylan
to
Witkin.
episode 5. We have Dylan Witkin in the studio. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You can get a little closer if you want. Cheers.
Closer to the mic.
Yeah. But, yeah, what's good, man? What's new?
Oh, man, just dad life, bike life.
Yeah? How old's the baby these days?
He's almost 14 months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that been?
It's the best.
Yeah?
Like, it's the best. Like, you're just like, you can never expect, like, what you're going to feel, but then it happens and you're like, whoa, this is like nothing like you'd ever think of, you know?
Mm-hmm. The little collab?
Yeah, dude, the little collab.
That's cool. That's
Me
cool.
and the lady collab.
Right on, man. So, for the people who don't know, where'd you grow up and stuff?
I grew up in Lake Forrest. It's like only 30, 45 minutes south of here, depending on the traffic. But grew up there, skating at East Park.
When'd you start skating?
I skated, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you kind of have everything, like SoCal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have, like, you got your bike, you got your skateboard, you know.
You try it all.
Yeah, you try it all. And then I kind of did a lot of it. Skating wasn't, like, wasn't the one I did most.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I snowboarded a lot, actually.
Oh, sick.
And then at home, it's hard to remember. You know what I mean? It was just, like, days where you're like, what are we doing today? It was like rocket power type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like there was days where it was like we were on blades and on scooters, you know? Like,
Same.
So
That's that SoCal shit. I feel like a lot of people did.
The skating wasn't really heavy until middle school. When
Yeah.
It was like I found a group of friends because I biked mostly, and then like I think I folded a frame.
And you're like, skate.
Well, yeah, like I folded it was like a steel frame, a Free Agent, and I like bent those down to, and then tried to get another frame from like this local kid for $100, and it was like this raced out frame. So I tried.
That's what I started with.
Yeah.
Race frame. I feel
Shout out to the race frame.
Yeah,
My dad
seriously.
got me a bike for like $10 at a garage sale, like cruiser.
Yeah, let's go.
$10. Race.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, at that time, I was like already bringing both to the skate park, so like I was kind of like my friends before middle school were getting bummed because I was like we'd go to the skate park and I'd end up on my board most of the time.
Yeah.
And then that happened with the frame, and then the bike just felt crazy, so I just kind of
skate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And skating was so cheap.
Yeah, I
You know?
I skated for most of my time and then
Yeah.
eventually got a bike and liked it more, but yeah, skating's just easy.
Yeah, it's like,
know?
dude, you can go like at the skate shop I worked at, like kids would come in with a ruined board and we would just grab like a better used board, you know?
You been shopping at Focus for that long? Has Focus been around since you were a kid? And
Yeah. It was Relic. I think before my time, I think it was Laguna Surf and Sport, and then it turned into Relic, and then eventually turned to Focus. But I was there for like Relic and Focus days, just little Grom like pissing
hanging
people
out.
off, being annoying, you know. And then eventually, like, I got hooked up, and then the dude who ran it, who was like kind of an asshole who like stole and shit.
Yeah.
He like embezzled like a lot of money from them.
Damn.
He like as soon as they got hooked up, he was like, "Hey, like, you want to ride for the shop?" And at the time, like now I'm like, that's kind of whack. But at the time, I was like, "Thank you, yes, let's do it." You know what I mean? I was so stoked.
Yeah.
And then he ended up bailing, and then like real friendships and all that shit like came out of it, and
Hell yeah.
worked there for like 10 years.
So when you're in middle school and you were skating and doing bikes a lot, so you said like in middle school, you said something happened with your frame? Sorry, I was messing with that.
No worries. Yeah, like there was these jumps called Peachwood. They're like just little, like 3 doubles in a row. But there was like, instead of digging from in between the jump, someone was like digging from like the left, like the left of a lip.
Yeah,
so like I like did one wrong and then went left and just front wheel through down tube, just folded.
Okay.
But like I was saying, I was like I was already kind of like skating more, and then that happened, and then I just went into middle school, and all my crew was just like skate dudes.
Skating, yeah.
And we just like dove in, like
Nice.
head over heels, like nothing else in the world.
So how long was it before you think you got a bike again, or before you started riding a little bit more?
COVID.
What?
Oh, really?
Damn.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, because when we met, like, I guess we didn't meet till like COVID.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean
There was
But you
actually
rode
there was
trails and
actually a
shit.
point where I got a hardtail when I was like 14. I think that was like 9th grade, and this dude I know, he had ended up dating my sister, and I was like cool with it. Like because he was the homie, like he was the older homie, and he would like we'd go ride bikes, and we like did like trails like a couple times, and back then I was actually able to like hit trails, but I was on like a dirt jumper,
yeah.
and we went to, what was it called, right off of it doesn't even matter, you guys would know the trails, but did that for a bit, but the thing had gears on it, and the thing would always snap every time I'd ride.
Yeah.
So I'd get like
The derailleur.
So I'd get like, if I did anything wrong that wasn't smooth, boom, it would break. So sometimes we'd get there and I'd have 10 minutes, and I was just like, dude, fuck this.
Again, you're over it.
Again, I was over
breaking,
it.
Yeah.
It was just insane. A skateboard's so
Yeah.
simple. It was like so like, you know what I mean? Even if I break my board in half, go to the skate shop, they'll like give me something that I can get back on my board for free. You know what I mean? Like just so crazy how easy it was to just like keep skating. And then I was over it, and then I didn't get on a bike again for real. Like I would see like I grew up kind of with Dylan Stark, and I'd see him at like Laguna Park, and I'd be like, "Let me hop on your bike, let me hop," and he'd be hopping on my board, and then shit like that. But then COVID hit. I bought my wife like a city bike, and I only had a road bike. And we would go on rides, and it was like annoying because like you take one pedal on the road bike and you're just like out.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check out this bike shop, and I was like, I heard about like the 26-inch bikes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that looks cool. It's like a bike you can jump and just like cruise
Yeah.
around. I go buy one. Of course, I didn't know Max at the time, but I go there, and he's like, you should probably just get a 20. And I was like, no, I want the 26.
Shout out, Max.
Shout out Max Food. I get it, and I start like rolling around. I hit up Stark, and I was like, hey, I got this bike. Like, you think it'd be good for dirt jumping? He's like,
No.
He's like, you got the wrong bike. So I'm like, God damn it. And like, I didn't have like a child. Like, I don't even think we weren't married yet. But like, besides the point, like having a child changes things. But like, so I would just kind of spend my money, like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna look at bikes. And of course, go look at the bike, and then I left with like a 20.5 top tube, like complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and you need a 21.
I didn't know shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I literally was in there. I went to Gabe, and
What?
to Gabe at Cheap Goods.
Oh, in Newport.
Yeah, I was like right where I worked, and he was just like, yeah, like, does it feel fine? I was like, you're not giving me much here. I was like, okay, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Man. You want me out of here? I'll buy the bike. And then rode that, and then just started like meeting people at Sheep. Like I
Sick.
only went to Sheep because all I knew was dirt. You know.
Dude, well,
And
you
then-
ride dirt very well. Like that's
That's
Thank
crazy.
you,
I didn't
thank
know it
you.
was just COVID because, I guess we've only known each other for a year or
Yeah,
something
maybe,
like that.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's a wetlands homie. Like he's
Yeah,
been there
that's-
for years.
I was like,
I
oh,
guess
it's-
that's crazy. It's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
4.
like I like did
yeah,
like I
grew up
always
doing it.
dirt was always kind of the thing. I never like got good at it because it was like little kid on a 20-inch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember trying to hit jumps. There's this place called Osterman that was like these gnarly like kind of downhill jumps, and I had the Hoffman George, and I would try to jump jumps and just like pedal my heart out, jump it, and just like clear to flat, sack the frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like always kind of hard, but like I was down to try the jumps. And then once I started going to Sheep, I remember just being like scared of it all, hitting the little things. And then eventually making friends and just kind of like working my way up. And then I was always down to just like try the next jump. And then I kept doing that and realizing like, okay, if you trust it, like you're seeing it, you know, like you can tell it works. Because it's like the skate shit. It's like being a skater. It's like I know, like when I see something and I want to do it, it's because I tell myself it's like I'm only seeing that because I can.
Yeah.
You know, so I do that with the trails, see the jump. Oh, like I think I can do it. Just go then, you know, and then you get yourself just go, and then you just keep doing it. And then all of a sudden, I was hitting all the jumps at Sheep. And then Wetlands came around where it was like, we should go to Wetlands Wednesday.
Some
you know?
serious jumps.
Yeah, and it was just like I would like we would talk about it and like palms would get sweaty. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It just like moved up and like escalated to that, and then I remember going there the first time and we just sat like itching to try it, but just we didn't.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. You got to drop in on that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking big.
Exactly.
Steep.
And then we-
like sheep is a little, mellower, longer, a little more like classic, like not little kid, but like Wetlands is up and down,
Yeah.
like 8-foot gap. It's nothing crazy, but you're just up and down. Like,
Yeah,
steep.
they're steep and they're just
Yeah.
like the sheer size
No
of them
flat
is just
bottom.
intimidating. You
Yeah.
know, like they're just big in
Yeah.
general. Like,
Yeah.
but aside from that, there's also that Anthony like worked so hard on them. The whole crew there is putting in so much time to keep them nice that like you didn't even want to like, even if you fell, I wasn't even worried about getting hurt because I knew I would bail, but then I'm fucking up the jumps.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh God, these guys are gonna hate me. You know what I mean? Like dipping into that after like just being like skaters where you're like, whatever, like we'll chip this fucking whole curb out to skate this spot. You know what I mean? Like didn't matter. And then you go into that and you're just like, I got to put in time, effort. Like you learn to care about the jumps. You know what I mean? So that made it hard too. But then I went back on my birthday, like maybe like only like a few weeks later. And I was like, I'm fucking doing it. It's my birthday. I'm going to ruin my birthday if I don't do it. Like, I was like, I'm just going to cry later. I was like, I'll be sad.
Going down.
Yeah. So I did it. And then like from there, I was like, every session would be like same thing. Scared. Am I going to ride tonight?
Yeah.
Like, but you keep going and then you keep riding. And then eventually I became friends with everyone. And then like, it was just like, I didn't think about it anymore.
Yeah, more comfortable.
Yeah, go to Wetlands. I was like, oh, started opening up all the transfers and like digging there all the time. I like by the end of it, like I had keys, I had the water pump.
Damn,
you know
local.
What I mean? Yeah, like Anthony was just like, yeah, you got it. It was
That's
crazy.
sick. Hell yeah.
I think I only pulled up like 3 times.
Maybe
shit.
Twice. Me too. 2
well,
times.
it's close to me too. It's like
yeah.
15
Well, I mean,
minutes.
it's close. Yeah, it's closer to you.
It's still
but yeah.
it's like twice as far for you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get down there.
Yeah.
But let's backpedal a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of push forward.
No pun intended. When did like skating really? When did you really start taking that seriously, or focus a bit more on it?
Like at 12, like when I really got into it,
Like
because
in
there
middle
was
school?
the video games and shit. You know what I mean? Like you had Tony Hawk Pro Skater out. Like I think Tony Hawk's Underground came out in like 03, which was around that time. You know what I mean? Like, so we already were like given that like whole layout of like, this is what can happen for you. Like you play the game and you're so invested.
Yeah, it is like a storyline.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
yeah.
It was like you're just this Grom, you live in like this like shitty place. Like not that we did, we're lucky, but you just start out and you just keep working your way up, and all of a sudden you win Tampa Am, and you get to choose like your sponsor, and that's like literally like possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It like was like dudes did that. You know what I mean? Like look at dudes like Felipe Gustavo, literally came out from Brazil, so good, won Tampa Am, and then was like on Plan B Pro, like Red Bull, like you know what I mean? It like all worked out. So like when having that layout, like we were all just
you want to
so
try,
in.
yeah.
We were just like, not that we were doing it for being sponsored, but it was like
the rest of what comes with, It's like,
it was just like we love skating so much. Like why
You're
not?
a little
Why
kid
not?
too. That's
Yeah,
the goal.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like sponsorship, the validation.
Yeah.
Now that we're like older, we kind of all get that. That's not what it's about, even though it is nice.
Well,
to
it's like we weren't doing the day to day to like. I wasn't like going to like spots and being like, if I do this, I can get hooked up. It was like, I want to do this because me and my friends are here and we want to do it. But that was like you said, like that's just the other shit, that can come with it.
So what was your first sponsor besides like, that shop you were talking about?
So that shop I only got sponsored by because I got hooked up by Deluxe in SF. It was like there was a Goofy versus regular event at Etnies Park. I skated whatever.
At the Lake Forrest one?
Yeah. Shout out Mark Waters, RIP. He like got us in as kids. He was just down.
Tight.
He's like, you guys are locals, like get in here.
Have to be in there, yeah.
Yeah, like just let us in. Like gave us wristbands, and then I skated, and then after this dude came up to me, he's like, hey, like, what's your favorite board sponsor? And I was like, just straight up was like, Real. And he was like, oh, that's funny. I work for those companies.
Wow. Yeah.
So like when you get on those, it's like it's dope.
You get on like
I got
whatever wheels they
Real
got,
Thunder
right?
and Spitfire was the hookup.
That's
But
sick.
the scary part is like if you don't keep up, you just lose all of it.
Damn.
Which is what happened a year later.
So is it like a distro thing, or is
Yeah,
it
it's
just like
like-
a conglomerate?
Yeah, it's like any distro. Like
Okay.
what's
It's
the,
like Sunday Odyssey.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sunday
Yeah.
Odyssey. It's
Cool.
like they have like different brands out of
Cool,
it, but it's the
okay.
same shit.
Right on. And what happened with that?
I wasn't producing footage.
I mean,
We were just
are you? How old are you? Right
I was
here?
14.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We were like little kids.
Kind of
no
hard
cars.
to do, yeah.
Well, like we
Especially
were filming
that day and age too. Like
we were filming
it's not
shit,
an
but
iPhone.
like for us, we were like making like shitty little videos. They're not shitty, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
just homey videos.
You're just
and, like,
filming, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Do you have more footage? You want more boards?" And I was like, like I don't know. Like I don't have anything right now. Like
14, I don't know how
like
to manage.
I'm just learning tricks at the park right now, kind of, And that dude is still the homie, but like, it was at the point where you get the classic like, yeah, like there's no room in the budget, and it's like,
Yeah.
you learn that as like as a thing, like an easy out, but it kind of makes sense. Like there
It
is no
does,
room
yeah.
in the budget for you,
Yeah.
know? Which is fine. It was just like it was a harsh reality at the time, and you're like, well, shit. Guess this is all over, man.
Well,
And
now
then-
for the next time, you know.
Yeah.
And then so you're 14 around then, and then how long before you get on? Was Expedition like your next like valid big sponsor?
I think I went through a lot of things like flow style,
Or? Uh-huh.
Like I had gotten boards from like, I think the next real thing was Five Borough from New York.
Mm-hmm.
They're still like one of my favorite brands because those dudes were so sick, and it's just like the most New York shit. Like they don't care about much other than just like being New York dudes, like helping out New York dudes. But they wanted a West Coast dude. I had my homie Jeff Garza like hit me up and was just like, hey, like you want to get boards from these guys? They want a West Coast dude. So ended up doing that, and then like did that for like a couple years at least. And that was sick. It was just like I loved New York. I was going out to New York every summer anyways, and then that happened. So I'd like go out to New York regardless. And then I was always filming with my friend Harry Corrigan. He's like filmed a few videos out there. He's an epic dude out there. And I would just end up filming with them too. But that was like kind of hard because they wanted a West Coast dude, but they wanted East Coast footage, which didn't make sense. And then sometimes we'd go out and like the pros were like have their spots, and I would just be like sitting around all day kind of.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, if I was with Harry, we would have like
Footage.
a lot of footage right now. You know what I mean? But we did that, and then I think the Brunners, the Brunner
Oh,
twins?
yeah. They're from South
Chris
County
and Pierce
area,
Brunner, yeah. I've known them since they were little kids.
I used to see them at Etnies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they're like twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like this one part that it was like them too. Shit, it was.
They have a new one out.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but
It's really cool. It's like
there's one specific
cinematic.
that like it's also super cinematic. But yeah, those kids are sick.
No, they're funny because they're young, but they have like these visions, and they love paying homage to like old skating. Like they love Heath Kirchart. They love like all the older shit. So like they would always know more than I did. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know that, or like I don't know where to find that clip. They're like, oh, that's in 411 volume this, you know. But they rode for Expedition, and they were like, hey, like they want to put you on, and then it was like it, you know. And then
So did you go pro for them? Like
No.
No.
They like I don't know what happened there. They like offered it to us at the end, but it was like everyone knew that it was going out.
Like
You know.
the company itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the only thing that survived was DGK. It was like DGK, Organica, and Expedition.
And this is
I
under a
guess that's where I
distro.
would see
Yeah,
Expedition.
it's called KO.
Yeah,
KO
yeah.
based.
Because I remember when I used to hang out on Melrose and stuff, the KO store.
Oh,
was there.
you're right,
That's the
yeah.
little, like,
Yeah,
bank
yeah.
parking lot.
Damn, I didn't know
parking
that was a
blog spot.
distro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's where I would see the Expedition stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, how did the foundation thing come up?
So yeah, so like they were like off like they were
Ed, you
offering
wanna
to
hand me one?
Yeah.
They were offering to turn us pro for Frankie Heck and I. We were like the AMs. We did like a whole video for him and everything. And it was cool. Like I love those dudes. But it was just like a thing where like everyone knew it was kind of like done.
Yeah.
So it seemed like them turning us pro. Like in my head, I was like, if I do this and then the company dies, like then the next company's gonna have to put on a new pro because you can't like
Yeah,
go
down.
yeah, you
step
can't
or
go to AM.
whatever,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you could, but that would just be like
It was probably better
Pretty
off that you
rough,
didn't
you know
go
what I mean?
pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think so. Everything
Yeah.
led me to where I am now. So
True.
But so that was happening, and then I went on a Bronson trip. It was like Bronson just started, and they did their first trip, and they asked me, like Jaws, Dakota Servold, Chris Gregson, like it was an epic crew, Ben Rayborn, and we just like all had the best time, became like super homies, and we all kind of killed it. It was crazy, like we were drinking beers the entire time, like almost like ridiculously. Like
Classic.
like Rhino had a pallet of beers fucking shipped out to us, and
Sick.
we were only drinking Coors, and they were Paps, so we were like,
Fuck.
dude,
Paps.
it was fucked up. We like had the van like door open on like like random highway in like South Carolina or something, and like throwing them out at road signs. Like it was pretty fucked up. But so yeah, we did that trip, and then I ended up hanging out with Dakota Servold a lot, and he was just like, you should ride for Foundation, which like already was kind of a thing before Expedition. I'd gotten boards, but like that made it so like they were down, you know, and then that
Nice.
was it. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
And then, how long before you ended up going pro for them?
like 6 years or something.
It's pretty.
Sick.
That's solid.
No, dude, no.
I guess.
No.
I mean, how old are you?
I'm 30. I turned pro at 28.
Yeah.
It's late.
Yeah, it is late. Yeah.
No, it was just.
Did it.
I mean.
Yeah, you did
check
it.
the box.
Yeah,
But like, dude, it was. I mean, it was all like up to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was just like got with the partying.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, we were like doing a lot. Like Dakota, like him and I, we hung out a lot, and Leo, because we were always at Leo's house too. But like, they were so well established pros already.
Yeah.
Like, Leo Romero and like Dakota Servold have been pro for like fucking 8 years already or some shit. you
They're
know what I
already
mean?
on cruise control.
Like, yeah, like not cruise control. They go so hard all the time. Like, they're the most. They're so professional where they're like always like working at just like maintaining and doing better.
okay, so
You know. So there was a great crew to roll with, but like at the time, Dakota and I were like pretty dark. Like we were just like chicks, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that. And we were just like drinking a lot. Mm-hmm. So like I think there was a point where I was supposed to turn pro that I just didn't make the right moves.
fumbled it.
Yeah, fumbled it. Like literally, yeah.
All good.
I mean, it's a good lesson for the kids.
Yeah.
Fucking, I try to tell kids that I'm like, dude, like I know you're having fun, but like, the fun time will like all of a sudden be like all the time you needed to be putting in work will be like in the past. And you're
Yeah. And you're thinking
like,
about
you can
it.
always
Yeah.
go like to the liquor store and get beers with your homies, but like, you won't get those like trips back and like all that
Yeah.
shit. Like so many trips where it'd be like productive, but like how much more productive would we have been if we were just like not partying the night before, woke up, like had like not a hangover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was definitely all up to me, and I just took a long time for it.
Yeah, you figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
That just reminded me all the skate or like Weeble and Guax and a bunch of my homies just got to Barcelona yesterday. I keep seeing all the pictures, it's getting FOMO. Let's talk about your signature board with the Hell Track thing on it. How did that come about?
So I'd love to say it was my idea, but it wasn't.
Okay,
I hadn't even seen the movie.
nice.
Like,
I didn't
I've
see
seen it, like,
Rad
5
and, like, I
times
didn't
since.
see a lot of things until
I haven't
like,
watched
a couple
any
years
like
ago.
Rad
like,
or any of that. I don't.
Okay. I didn't know like if it was like how like you know what I mean?
everybody, what do you
Well, 'cause
mean?
I-
Nah, dude, we didn't see Rad forever.
yeah.
Like I got the shoes way before I saw it. Like,
Yeah. Well, like it was just one of those things. Like even like Gleaming the Cube and Thrashing and shit, I hadn't seen until like relatively recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All those like skate like semi corny type movies. But so Sinclair, the team manager, he knows about all that shit. You know what I mean? So he talked to Van, the dude who did the art, and then he hit me up, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Like I'd love to do a BMX graphic. Like, so, excuse me. It just Van is amazing at art. So he like mocked something up. It wasn't the graphic that it was now. It was like me and my wife, like kind of like, you know, the hug scene at the end or whatever, like him and the girl like,
In the
hugging.
movie?
Yeah, in the
Oh,
movie.
I literally haven't seen it.
Oh, you still haven't seen it? When I knew it was happening, I was like, I gotta watch it. Like,
Yeah,
I can't just like not.
gotta buy it. It's probably like $8.
I
on
did. It was like
YouTube. Yeah.
$4 on like Apple or something. I own it. Yeah,
Sick.
but it was like us, but then they like nod it in the editing room, whatever. And he came up with another one because I was like, I wanted to do a bike graphic anyways, but I didn't like think to like tie it in with something that was already like that.
Yeah.
And then so we did that, and it was just like perfect.
Is
You
it
know what I mean?
reference off a picture or wait? They just did it like free.
No, he just did it. I explained to him like kind of what it should look like. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like it would be hard to capture the actual like image I would think of.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise it would need to be like the other way. You know, like landscape.
Yeah.
So I think for it being vertical like that,
I like
it's
that it's vertical.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I don't
I'm like
a big
graphics that are
fan.
sideways.
I
Yeah.
do, but it's got to be the right graphic.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have been it. You know, it would have just been like too much, like too long of a graphic
Yeah.
for what it is.
I agree.
So obviously, foundation is down with you riding bikes as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like basically like 28 turning pro, child on the way. Like when I turned pro, my wife was like 6 months pregnant. It's kind of like, hey man, like you're in charge of what you're trying to do. You know, like if you want to like maintain this and like push, do it. If you want to like just do what you want to do, you know what I mean? So it's like finding a balance is hard, but like they're not like, hey, like you're fucking up for biking. It's kind of just like, well, if that's what you want to do it. You know, so
That's cool. So
Yeah.
you don't really get too much flack for like riding bikes or like posting it or anything like that, really.
I mean, not to my face, but I know people talk.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Like
That's-
I've
yeah.
had some comments, but I'm just like, all
Fuck
right.
'em.
I mean, I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that people like think that it's so different is insane to me. Mm-hmm. It's like you're just like using like I can't go to the trails and ride them on my skateboard. I'm gonna use my bike because it's the fucking right tool for the job. You know what I mean? Like you can't fucking roast these trails on a skateboard. You know what I mean? You can maybe get over one, but like just you're not gonna go like fucking take a screwdriver and like try to like nail something in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've heard some shit. People have said some things, but like for the most part, I hear that like people say it looks like we're having a great time. Like, you know, Brian Betts, like, we'll go out and ride at night. And then people are like, dude, it looks like you guys are having the best time. It's like when we started skating. And I'm like,
tight.
oh, yeah, so you get it?
It really does look like you have, like, that 12 to 14-year-old, like, energy and, like, hype. And that reminds me, like, what are your like BMX influences? Like who do you like look up to and do it, or like what videos get you hyped like right now?
Right now it's hard to say. Like I like Mickey Fleck a lot.
Oh yeah.
Sick. Like I mean obviously Clint Reynolds was like a big trail influence, but it's like I could never like imitate that.
It's hard.
It's like, I mean, you know what I mean? But like that's all I cared about really, and like I would just
I want that one-footed tapes too, but like
it's not even about like it wasn't about the tricks. That's like what I love about trails so much. It's just the feeling of like hitting the jump the right way, and when you get that right one, that maybe like well, typically when you get the right one, sideways. It looks good too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's what I feel like is like even with skating, I'm like if it felt good, it probably looked good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you like know enough, you know.
Definitely.
So like. Shit like that, but like really it's like it's just day to day. There's like clips that I see that like get me sparked on street shit, and then I'll see someone and I'm like, I need to go ride trails, you know what I mean? But trails are fucking hard to ride now. So.
Yeah. When the wetlands were done, did that when you like really started riding street?
Yeah, that was like I got my street bike out and I was like
street bike.
Well,
you have a trail bike?
Yeah.
Sick.
I think that's sick, bro. Having a street.
I mean,
I used to have them.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the two setups, it's like you kind of need it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna take my fucking 27.5, like 12.8 or whatever the rear end is on the shorty, and like go fucking ride. Mm-hmm. Like we went to Tanner trails in Utah, and those were like the first like real. I mean, I don't want to say real trails, but ones like through the woods, like weaving through. You know what I mean?
Real trails.
And I was like, yeah, like, because wetlands is like
dirt jumps.
Yeah. I know.
There's a berm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no berms,
Sorry,
rollers,
Anthony.
trees. No, those are dirt jumps, man.
I mean, I get it, but you know what I mean.
Anthony's not a trail guy. You know, he's like dirt guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
okay. Yeah.
Guy. He's a straight jump guy.
Yeah. No, there's nothing against him.
No,
for sure. Whatever. I mean, I just don't know how to navigate the terminology with BMX like that. Where I'm like, I love Anthony. I would never like to. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
By saying that, if I'm saying something negative.
No, not at all. It's just like dirt jumps is like jumps, and then like once it's trails, it's like berms, rollers, like
transfers,
hips, which is like the best like because like that was like one of the best sessions I ever had was at Tanner, where it was like unlocking all the lines. You know what I mean? And you're just like finding new shit, like hitting rollers, like. You can transfer here. They're like, yeah, there's these two lips, and you can go to like 7 different landings. And you're like, all right, like how much time we got? Like I'm trying to check the boxes. You know what I mean?
Was that the camping trip that like you and James Murphy were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
That was so sick. We mostly rode parks. I'm not like a park biker, like unless it's like street obstacles.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When we met, we were just talking about like, I was just like curious how you like only rode dirt jumps at the time, and you were just like. Yeah, dude, it's like scary to ride a skate park. Like, I don't know, I just skate at a skate park, you know, and like the bike was like intimidating me, and it's good to see you like make not good, but like it's cool to see you make the switch and like start doing all of it and stuff.
Yeah.
So you just went up to Utah on like a trail camping trip?
Yeah, well, it was just like whatever James was doing, I just hopped on it.
Sick.
So he like wanted to hit all these different parks. Tanner was like the kind of ender, you know, like we go up to hang out with those dudes and ride those trails, which was so sick. But we just hit a bunch of parks. I skated a bunch. I like would bike too, but at the time I didn't even have I had a street setup, but I didn't touch it. So no pegs, nothing.
It's got to be nice to go on like, you know, a bike trip and like being able to just bring your board with
Yeah,
you.
that's
You know,
sick.
like
Yeah.
instead of like the other way around. It's
Well,
like,
yeah,
if
it
I go out with
sucks
the
that I
skate
can't-
homies, I'm just like, you know, I was just
That's what I'm saying.
fit.
Like, on like a skate trip, I'm like, I really want my bike.
Yeah, but it's such
like,
a hassle.
what are you gonna do? Like strap
Yeah.
it up top, which I think I would, man. Like,
Yeah,
there's
fuck it.
Yeah.
most of
you
the
can.
vans have like we all have like the racks with like plywood and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to handle it every night.
Let
so
it
doesn't
face
get
some rain or
stolen, you know?
whatever. Fuck it.
It's all right. It'll,
Speaking of travels, what's like some cool travel locations that you've been to?
I mean, pretty much anywhere.
Your
in
favorites? You said
Favorite
Europe?
favorite would be like probably Madrid. I mean, Barcy's amazing because it's Barcy.
Yeah.
But like the ones that like caught me off guard would be like Germany. We did a road trip in Germany, which was
That
so
sounds
sick. 'Cause
sick,
I'd never done
yeah.
a road trip in Europe. We like got there, got in a van and just like hit like 6 cities, drove through the Alps. You know what I mean?
Damn,
Like,
that's sick.
swam in like crazy just little lakes. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Because that was always the best part. Would be like obviously spots, but food and sights.
Doing all the other shit is
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And with that crew that I was with, like they just got it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
love that. That's sick.
like they just understood that shit. So like it's like Leo and Dakota. Like they would understand like how to be super productive. Like also includes like the days that you need to like chill.
Yeah,
You know, like
definitely.
hey, today we're actually just gonna go and like hang out by this like waterfall all day.
Watch
And then-
Californication all day.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
That's what we do in the rain.
Oh, what's that?
You ever watch Californication?
The video?
No, it's a series
On
on
Netflix.
Netflix
No.
with David Duchovny. You gotta get in there. It's so good.
I thought you were talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I know.
I was like, I love that music
You just
video,
listen
dude.
to California.
It's like, I was like, I could do
All
that. I
day.
love that song. I love the music video. Like, have you ever seen the music video?
I'm sure I have, but
It's
like,
like
I don't.
they're playing a video game.
Oh yeah.
It's like a whole video game, and like people were like, "When's this video game coming out?" It's like, it's just a music video. You
That's
know?
funny.
You went to Copenhagen. You've been to Copenhagen.
Yeah, I did Copenhagen.
That's where I want to go so bad.
Yeah,
But
it
you
was-
went for like the best event in skating. I think. I swear.
No, I think so too. But at the time, it's like, for me, sometimes those things can be like, not treacherous, but like, there's like cliques with that shit.
Yeah.
So like, there's like the coolest dudes that are like killing it, whatever. And then if you feel like there's moments where you're just kind of like you're like not in there, you can feel like left out. Like I remember there's a few moments where I was like, like, all right, I'm just gonna go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go like figure my shit out. Like not try to like hang out with these dudes. I'll go back and like just figure it out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was awesome. But I remember there was like a couple times where I was like, oh, that was kind of a bad vibe. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like find the homies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I
Like,
feel that. I feel that.
like just thinking it was like everyone's like, yeah, this is all about like
Skating,
being so
yeah.
cool and like everyone's like a family and then
Clicks.
yeah, then there was clicks and you're like, oh, so it's not like exactly that. It's like
That's what it looks like. In
yeah,
the
it does
videos,
look
yeah.
like it.
So
yeah. And it's great. I'm not like
Yeah.
hating on it, but it was just like at the time.
That's in every industry. Like that's
For
for
sure.
Biking, it's,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Was it like that contest was that vibe, or is it more just like
well, the contest
the
is
skate?
it's a
like,
lot of
industry,
days.
Like, what do you mean?
Like the contest is a lot of days.
it's like a week.
So it's like it's so much room for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yeah.
other contests are like 2 days or like a day.
So everyone's
like,
interacting. and
Everyone's
it's 2
interacting,
days.
yeah, like versus like getting in your like little zone and like people are staying at this hotel, so they like obviously are gonna be together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it makes it really easy when you're all staying together. But
True.
I had a homie out there, so I just like I asked them if I could go, and then they were like, "We can get you a flight, but we can't get you a room. Like everything's booked out."
This is who sent you Nike?
Nike, yeah. So I went out there and I hit up my homie, and he just gave me a bike and a bed to sleep in. Because
Sick.
you need a bike out there.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
And it was awesome. Just pedal everywhere. You're like warmed up no matter what. 'Cause you're
That's
just like
tight.
biking.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but yeah, that Copenhagen, it was definitely awesome. I think I was just like, I don't even know how old I was. Just like young shit, you know? Like
Yeah.
maybe like moments of like, oh, that felt weird. Like, I guess I should just go somewhere else. You know
You
what I mean?
skated for Nike?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Right on.
It was definitely like amazing. Like I got on at like a weird time with their management.
Uh-huh.
So like I ended up on with this dude Caspar, who was like very high up in the SB side of it, and I roomed with this dude Tim Zom, who's still a great friend, who's from the same town. So like we showed up the first time they flew me out for Tampa Am, and then we were just at dinners with the dude immediately.
That's sick.
So like I got in like pretty well, and then like there was no budget at the time, I guess. Like I don't know all the ins and outs, but like they would like the shoes were, you would just get a lot of shoes.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen that.
Like it was
Nike, you know?
Yeah.
it was wild, but things aren't always, things like didn't stay the same because you know what I mean. They like
Shit switched
allocate funds and like certain things for like based on what Nike is doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think the skateboarding thing is like as big as most of the other shit. But
And you were just getting hooked up, or
I was
just
only
flow?
ever flow, and they like all
But-
those places I traveled, they paid for me
Dude,
to
that's
travel.
fucking amazing.
And I
Flow.
dude,
Yeah.
it was insane, dude. Like I can't
That's
even like
insane.
tell you. Like I would literally request the flight and be like, "This is the plan. I'm going with like Leo and Dakota. We have a filmer, photographer," and they're like, "Approved."
That's
You know
so
what I mean,
sick.
dude? It was wild.
Hell yeah, that's amazing.
So the Copenhagen one, and I know we're talking about Tampa Am as well. Like, what was your favorite like contest, or like, yeah, what was your favorite
I
contest?
mean, it had to be Tampa.
Yeah.
I did it like 6 years in a row. Like obviously, like I said, I turned pro pretty late, so there was a few years towards the end where like a lot of my friends were pro, so they weren't there.
Yeah.
But like the first few years, man, were like just
all your
like-
friends were there.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
my friends were there. It was just like so sick, and like you're just there for like it's like the 3-day thing is nice because you have like day one you get in, you kind of hang out, then you have like the
I mean, that's
heavy
like
days.
classic schedule.
Yeah, exactly. It works, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just always the best, you know what I mean? Like even when I was underage, like you were having such a great time just hanging out at the hotels,
Yeah.
whatever. You would always be like, oh, like those dudes are going to the bars, but
You find your own shit to do.
yeah, like most of
Little
those
kid
damn
shit.
AMs were like that. Like any of those damn AMs, because they all led up to the Tampa AM. Like I remember even like Phoenix AM wasn't a part of it, but it was still like one that everyone hit. I remember like sitting outside, like throwing rocks at a sign for like hours with my friend. You know Aiden Campbell?
I know who he is.
I know
Okay,
that.
I thought you met him, but
Yeah.
him and I sat in front of the hotel. Everyone left to the bar. We sat in front of the hotel throwing rocks at a sign, and all of a sudden they started showing back up like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
We're just like still trying to hit the sign, and they're all hammered, and we just had like the best time of our life. Like,
That's amazing.
we talk about that every now and then, like how sick that was. Dude.
Remind me what the Dam Am was. That was that in like Huntington or something, or where was it?
There was a bunch. Like they
Oh,
were
they
all,
were,
over,
like,
all
around?
over the country.
Okay.
And now they're all over the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
But
Were
yeah.
you ever in the? So I mean, you're on Nike. Were you ever in like when the U.S. Open was sponsored by Nike? Were you in there?
There was one
Like the
damn
US
AM
Open.
that they did there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
was that the blue course?
yeah, that was the one I won.
Sick.
Okay,
no
yeah,
way.
That's
Wow.
what
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to talk about too.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
what was up with how'd that contest go down and stuff like that?
Just classic style. It's just kind of like whoever skates the best that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you go to so many of those events and it's like every dude can win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like who did the perfect run.
Were you just feeling it that day, or was it?
Yeah,
you
I think it
know-
was just like a good course. Like I like big obstacles, and there was like a lot of big shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like a big rail. Like I don't like the parks that are like slippery and like small rails where dudes are doing like kickflip, back tail, big spin. Like they're, you know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Yeah, no,
tech.
you definitely like more
Yeah,
of a charger
flipping
on
in.
like big shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so the course was like pop-up course. So like it had like paint that was like super grippy. So like I can go fast, like not have to like worry about like, cause so many times at Tampa I'd just be like going and just be like, I have to slow down. I wouldn't normally, but I have to slow down, otherwise I'm gonna fall.
Like,
Yeah.
that shit's been
Just
skated
from-
for like 10 years.
just
and there's
from
throwing-
wheels all over it. It's just
Well, they like
slippery as hell.
they redo the course every year. It's just that skate light and that weather. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like, it's just hectic.
Yeah.
So that one was just like the perfect storm, I guess, for me to win a contest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
was
yeah.
that one at?
It was in Huntington at US Open.
Oh, it was.
Which
Okay.
was sick. It was like
Yeah, that's
a
super
pretty
sick.
pretty big venue to
Local.
like local.
Yeah.
Just like I was staying at home, you know, and it was dope. Just went, and then like what was funny about it too was actually they had runs in the finals, and then they started a jam. It was like 4 dudes or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was the last run, and then they immediately started the jam. So I skated for
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, like
straight.
a minute break.
No, dude, it wasn't even. Like, they were just like, "We're gonna start it." It was crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
"Are they serious?" And in between that, I'm throwing up off the side into the sand.
Yeah.
Some
that's that
restart shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Mandatory.
I
mandatory puke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I used to do that a lot at contests. Like I would skate and then throw up, and like this
Tight.
one happened to
It
be
happens.
like I skated for 5 full minutes trying my hardest, so I was throwing up during. and then
Extra points.
yeah, I think I just didn't fall is what happened. Like I think I like landed like actually everything or something, you know?
That's sick.
Because that's what they were talking about. It's like, you know, you kind of black out in that shit. You're just doing shit.
Yeah.
But I think I just skated for like 5 minutes and like landed pretty much everything, and then that's kind of what it takes. You know, if other dudes are falling, it's like, who didn't fall?
Yeah.
You know? They're all kind of doing high level shit. But glory days, you know?
The glory days. So you're working on, I know we talked about this briefly, but you're working on a part right now for Foundation?
I'm always working on, like, it never ends.
I guess that's true, but you got something coming out? Is there like a deadline or any kind of
I think
thing behind it?
April
Cool.
is like, we're going to have something coming out.
Is it like a video, or is this one just you, or is it like...
This one's just like it's kind of like a passion project. There's going to be like biking, skating.
Sick.
This
You know
one
what I
was
mean?
you working with Vish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
sick. He's doing it.
Yeah, Vish is doing it.
Right on.
So it's been sick. Like, Vish is the man. So we've been like having fun and just like doing shit. You know what I mean? Just
How's it been with him filming skating?
I think that like it's a little bit of like a learning curve for him, but it's like for me, it's just like I'm patient. You know what I mean? It's like he hasn't like done anything to be like, you know what I mean? Like there was one moment where like Eddie filmed a clip because Vish was like, "Hey, my foot kind of hurts and like I'm not able to go that fast," and so like Eddie hopped in, but it's great. You know
The
what I mean?
fuck,
It's like-
Vish?
Dude,
Well, it's like I think I also
that's nothing to even notice.
No,
that's
yeah.
funny.
I think I also scare him a little bit, like with like because boards
Boards
fly all
flying
over the
around,
place,
yeah.
you know what I
we're
mean?
just
So he's not
not
used to
familiar
like
to each other and to each their own, because like you ride by a skater all quick at the skate park and they get all fucking like hesitant on like, oh, you're gonna get hit with the fucking giant metal bike.
yeah. Well, what's funny is because like my bike, it's like I got bars, man. Like
You can
I don't
hold
have to
on.
let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I board, I'm like I just slip out, and then it's like old lady's ankles. You know,
Dude,
what I mean?
that clip we filmed, that was probably like the first line I've ever filmed like skating or filming a skater.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we went over it the other day. It came out sick.
yeah.
You
I
feel
know.
sick? You're all fucking...
Dude, it's sick. It's only sick because I had to like remember how I was like going through a fence?
Yeah, it was a hard
Yeah.
thing to film because like he had to keep up with me because it starts with like a set of stairs where I'm going fast to clear it, but he has to like kind of either start here at a
like
dead
cut
stop
in or something.
or like cut
Yeah.
in. So it was like I think it was a challenge to film either way. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely.
But I think it came out sick. I think we're happy with it.
Hell yeah.
Should probably get used.
Oh, it's getting used. I'll tell you that, yeah.
I mean, you never know, dude. That
It's sick.
editing room floor, dude. It's a
It's
lot
sick,
on
man.
there.
Today I was doing a little bit of YouTube cruising under your name, and I saw a good, even though you have a couple of them, you got a good haul of meat.
Oh,
Where you
yeah,
lose
do,
both
yeah.
of your
I've seen
shoes.
that.
The other one's like, yeah, you went down, but this one you just like both the shoes, like it just looks.
Yeah.
What happened with that? What happened that day?
So that was the days of UCI where it was like
Classic.
we loved
The
HK.
UCI is still the
Yeah,
days.
they're still-
You supposed to go to UCI. And,
I went recently and it made me sad.
What?
Like all the
Everything's
rails
capped.
I love skating, we
Yeah.
had like not even just capped, like they took the fucking slabs of steel and like welded them on.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like you know how like the OG like HK rail, the back nose block
Yeah.
had those? They did that to the 14 with the kink and like all these different spots, and I was like, man, like I
mean,
always just assumed UCI would just be going forever.
dude, I mean, it went forever.
There's
in
still a lot of
sense,
spots.
Yeah.
But like
let's go somewhere else.
I mean, when I'm gonna say, yeah, I do go there still, but when I'm there, I'm with someone that's not from California and they want to go there, and I like taking people to those spots because I'm like, well, shit, man, if you have something there,
No,
let's
it's
go.
tourism
put
as well,
New
but-
flavor on
Yeah.
there, you know.
it's
Yeah.
good to like do the tourism, and there's still like the 14, the
Yeah.
18, you know what I mean? There's still shit, but yeah, we would go there every weekend. Me and my friend Justin Blake, his dad would drop us off. We were like 13. And like we were already, he showed me how to hit handrails like right off the bat. He was like, you just go for it. And then we did.
Yeah.
And then we would go there and just like skate park it. You know what I mean? Just like film each other. We had a VX. And that day I was like, I'm going to grind this rail. And then that happened.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was first try. I think it might have been like I was just too scared.
Have you
know what
seen
I
it
mean?
before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even notice that was UCI. I couldn't tell you besides
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
unless I
it's
see
that-
like big square rail or like the ones.
Yeah,
that
it's-
they
I mean,
just did all
so
that
much shit
on,
there.
like,
It's-
That was my
there's
favorite
so
rail.
much
It
shit
still
there.
is. Like I went back for it multiple times. Like I got more clips on it. I even went back like not even that long ago. I tried to backtail it, but I like couldn't deal with the kink. Like it was like gonna be like my favorite backtail I got, you know, and I was like,
Cut it off.
Yeah.
No, I wanted it, dude. I was like,
Oh,
I would hit
hit
the kink, and I was like, it'll make me go fakie, and I'll just ride it out. But it was like
Yeah.
just not happening because it's kind of long, so like you had to hold the back tail. Just didn't get it, and then it went back. It was knob, but yeah, I just remember being so scared of it and being like, I should just try anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that's what happened. But now I don't do that. That was like a lesson. I was like, I either need to try it full confidence or just don't.
Thrasher doesn't even. Do they still do Hall of Meat stuff?
I think only on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like I followed them, or maybe I didn't even follow them because that shit, like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, I don't want to see just
It's
falls,
fucking gnarly,
you know? Like,
yeah.
Because, yeah, I was cruising the YouTube, and yeah, it's just like, before shorts, now that there's shorts, it's like, they're just 20 seconds. Boom.
Yeah,
There's no backstory, there's no nothing. There's the clip in slow-mo. Fucking Hall of Meat. Yeah. That's all it is. And that's
I
like,
mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did another one. Like, I know Clive went down pretty hard recently.
Dude, yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like, if he would want it out, but, like...
He used to live right here.
Yeah.
Behind me in the alley.
I could see that, like, happening again if it's the right slam, right person. You know?
Is that clip because he just posted the other day too? Because I don't even know if I knew his skating, but I just remember that fall where he goes to do that lip slide and just misses and bounces and hits the mailbox, and he's already like up before he doesn't even like stop, and he's just like fucking body, dude.
Yeah, that's
and
why
he's already like up the stairs, like that dude's fucking wild.
That's why he's one of the sickest, because he's just like that's his attitude. It's like,
no, I've been seeing him a bunch out recently. He's a good guy.
Always been a big fan of him because of that type of shit. You know,
Yeah,
skating's
that's
like,
why I saw that and I was
type
like,
of
that
shit
fool
in
gets
skating.
down.
Yeah.
Like,
He's gnarly, dude.
That's funny.
I mean, Nolly knows one at El
Yeah,
Toro,
he's
like,
fucked.
you know what I mean? Like, you gotta want it.
Dude, were you ever a part of Irvine Sucks?
No. I'm friends with, like, Gregson.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think I've ever been weird with Gregson, but back in the day, it was, like, crew beef.
What was your crew?
Just, like, the crew I was,
Irvine.
like, Etnies dudes. No, okay,
Yeah, Lake
Etnies
Forrest
Park,
gang,
Lake
yeah.
Forrest, yeah. And they were, like, Irvine, and there was just, like, they would show up to Etnies and be, like, not talking to us and just be, like, super cool. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just curious because I used to, like, watch a lot of that stuff.
yeah.
And
I knew about it.
they had that website and stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Irvine does suck, man.
It does, but and it's funny though, cause like I was talking to Dak about this and like realized like, damn, we both love Irvine. First spots, Irvine,
First spots?
yeah,
Oh,
first
yeah,
spots,
dude.
yeah. Cause it's so new, it's still new. A lot of stuff gets built there like every year. Schools, industrial. That's why I like it. You know, like,
Dougie lived in Irvine for like a quick little thing, and
Hated it.
He lives in a
I'm
gated
telling
community where like he couldn't park his van in it because it's like a cargo vehicle.
Looks sketchy.
So he would have to like park his van somewhere and ride his bike like 2 miles to his
Fuck.
house, and he's like, I fucking hate this place.
Irvine does suck as like I wouldn't want to live there. I don't know. It's weird.
No chance. I
Yeah.
could ever, like, even being there in general. Like, my brother-in-law lives there. We'd go to their house, and
Fuck this place.
I was just like, I just gotta get out of here, man. Like, I know we're, like, watching the house, but, like, man, this is too rough. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's just something there. It's like they got, like, a bubble that makes you
Aura
feel
around
weird.
it.
Like,
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of just like new shit. Besides like the school, because we do this weird thing at the school that's not made for it yet. It's very like new and I don't know, just new age. But that foundation spot's sick.
I just
feel like-
not the foundation, the dirt bike spot.
Oh, next to Irvine.
Yeah,
oh,
in
the shit that
Irvine.
you're always riding?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't always ride it, but like they like Sauce and Denim and Chris more ride it.
Yeah.
But it's basically just like a big flat that they graded for like some buildings or whatever, and there's just like some little shit. And
But no one says, dude. I've never had a
nobody's-
problem.
Nobody
exists.
said anything.
Yeah, I've
like,
seen Ken Rocks in there, like chilling.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what, so there's nowhere to ride a
Maybe
dirt
it's
bike
permission.
in that fucking area, you know, like for a long time.
It is
so it's
like-
like this weird little corner.
It's at a spot where it's just like cars can't see you. Like people can
I
only
will
see
say-
you if you go there. You know.
Irvine does have that aspect where, like, we used to not really get kicked out of spots. You can kind of be there doing shit because it's like, I feel like what Irvine is a place where people go to, like, shield themselves from, like, actual life. You know what I mean? They're like, we live in Irvine. Like, we're doing Irvine. They're
We're
not, like,
peaceful.
Yeah, we're just doing this, and, like, we're not going to look for trouble or anything. And that's what I think weirds me out. Like, I need a couple hobos.
Yeah,
around.
same,
You know what I mean?
dude.
Like,
I agree. That's hilarious.
Has your biking influenced your skating and vice versa? Like, do you see yourself like doing similar things or like charging it in different ways?
I don't think so with this, like, biking to skating. I don't think so. But like with skating to biking, I think it influences it like all the time just because of like I'm drawn to the same things I skate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like rails a lot.
Yeah.
I like the mental game is the biggest thing actually. Like where it's like with skating, it's like I know how to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that's why I feel like with like dirt jumping, I was able to like learn to ride those jumps and then be like, all right, just keep going, keep pushing, like go through the next one, you know, just from skating. So it's like the skate brain. I always talk about it, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you know how to do some shit, so it's like I'm not gonna go to this and be like, oh, I can't do it just because it's something else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I think I got it, I got it. You know.
So yeah, I guess just a confidence thing as of now, but like if you see a spot, do you like, oh, this would be better for bike and this would be better for a skateboard type
For
thing?
sure.
Yeah.
Usually if it's gnarlier, I'm like, I should probably skate it. Mm-hmm. But like if it's something that I want for a bike, which is still changing because I have been like learning more street shit. Like I've been riding a lot. Mm-hmm. So like it's still new. So it's like I went like, I think like a year or so ago, I grinded like my first like kind of street rail. Mm-hmm. And then now I can grind handrails.
What rail was it?
So it was actually in like a Marcel video.
Oh, and it's in
at the Golfio.
Yeah, golf place. It's El La Puente area.
Yeah,
El
La
Monte.
Puente,
Yeah.
It's like just this.
You've
like,
been to it before.
It's super like mellow, like perfect out rail, and then you gap into the street.
Yeah.
You know. But I did that, and I was like, I remember being like, so like, oh my god, I like finally like.
Is that like the courthouse?
No,
like,
no. It's like.
Or like a court.
Oh, you know where it is? It's kind of close where you did that. Well, this is not even out, but it's when Rick Best. I know.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah, around that area. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I jumped off some shit into a bank.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's by Avocado Park, isn't it?
I've never been to Avocado Park, but it's around that area.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just like a standard like out rail. But I did it, and I remember being so stoked. I'm like, holy shit! Like I was scared, and then I did it, and was like, dope. Because I think before that, I had sacked a skate park rail, just double pegging it so bad. Like, literally missed the back peg. My tailbone probably, it's like, I'm pretty sure it got fractured because it still hurts if I sit wrong.
Yeah.
But
I fractured my tailbone when I was in 6th or 8th grade. And I like jumped over a jump and I thought I was going to tag. So I didn't like take my feet off, or I had brakes at the time, didn't brake. And I fucking cleared it, right? And I just cracked my tailbone. Pissed my pants right away.
Damn.
Didn't know I pissed my pants. You know, I'm just like in agony.
like it's blood.
No, just like nothing. Like I didn't like. I was just fucking. I was probably crying. You know, I was just there with my homie Cooper, and I was just off it. That shit sucked so bad. I'm walking up. I'm like, oh, I pissed myself. And then like every time after that, like I would go snowboarding, hit my butt or hit my tailbone, piss.
No way.
Right away.
Whoa.
Like no feeling, like piss. So then like I.
It's kind of good for snowboarding. You just get all warm.
Down here at Mountain High, it's not fucking cold.
Oh man.
But like I went to a chiropractor and he like, no, not a chiropractor. He's on some other crazy shit, but he adjusted my shit and it's been good ever since. But
interesting.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know
it was wild. I don't know. Yeah, well, I got a girl in HB who does the same like practice, but yeah, man. Every time I hit my tailbone for like a year, I hit my tailbone and just right away, like I just like pinched a nerve or something weird, like. Tailbones are crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. It was rough. Like I literally like I just went back to skating. Like I stopped riding street again and then just went back to skating because it hurt less, but I was out for like a couple months. But then I was just skating and then I could start biking again.
No, you're about to keep going?
Yeah, just with the street rail shit, it was like then I started doing other rails and like you know what I mean? Just moved forward with all that shit.
What's the biggest rail you've done on a bike?
I don't really ever count stairs anymore, but it was like a decent rail at Cal State.
UCI?
Maybe like a 14 or something.
Hell yeah.
But I want to hit the 20 club though.
The 20 club, I've never heard that.
That's fire.
Because it's a skate
sick.
thing. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like growing up, like we didn't like I just skated big rails and then like I think I like ended up in the 20 club without thinking too hard about it. And so now I'm like,
gotta do it on a bike.
I want to do it on a bike.
Sick.
Damn. There's that one in Pedro I think I could do.
In Pedro?
Yeah. Julian Lewis 5-0'd it.
Oh yeah, that one's sick.
I feel like that one seems kind of chill. You can like probably hop over it.
I don't do rails, but
you've only done a couple, if not one.
Dude, I've done
Like handrail?
Like 2 legit street
Like,
handrails.
Yeah.
And one was here and one was in Paris. And the one I did in Paris was an 18 stair.
Oh, 18?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Almost
pretty
20
much
club.
Yeah, almost 20, man.
20 club on
Yeah.
his second rail.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's funny. So I want to talk about like now that you're kind of like, you know, within like the BMX community and stuff like that. How is it like coming from skating and seeing like BMX homies and like looking from BMX and seeing how skaters react to bike riders and stuff like that? Like, how do you feel about all that?
I mean, it's just funny because it's like BMX dudes have just been so cool. Like always. Everyone's just like, oh, sick. Like, we love that you're biking. And I'm like, I love that I'm biking too. Thanks for being so fucking supportive. You know what I mean? Like, and then like skaters are kind of just like, why are you biking? Like some of them, not like a lot of them, like I said, are like stoked on it, whatever. But like, it's kind of a bummer, and I feel like it's just like short-sighted. Like skaters not liking biking for whatever reason they like made up. You know, it's like, what don't you like about it? You really think that, like, even if there's like something like, I still don't know if it's true that pegs like fuck things up more. But even if it is, all we do as skaters is just like
Destroy
shit.
people. Skate,
Yeah.
destroy.
literally like to become a pro skater. I think you have to get the skate and destroy tattoo. like I literally
No
like I said
fucking
earlier,
pegs.
like we hack out fucking curbs.
Yeah.
We like just like literally a crew in SF like did brain damage on a fucking dude. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, I've
we're
seen that.
sick though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's just, to me, it just seems so crazy. I'm like, man, like this has to kind of like, I know it'll never end.
Yeah.
But it's got to like change, because it's like even within biking, there's dudes like that. Like,
Yeah, no, there's, I mean,
like,
there's
oh, like he's a fucking park rider. Or like, he's,
yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
like that. Yeah.
there's kooks on each side. There's gonna be jocks. You know, there's gonna be
Yeah.
whatever. Like, you know, skating is like the cool thing to do, which is, you know, whatever. But like, it's sick that biking also doesn't have a Tilly's or a Zoomies,
Yeah.
or a Thrasher hoodie, or all these shit that is like fucking trash
Damn,
now.
I
You know,
almost
like,
wore my Thrasher.
yeah, no, that would have been sick. You know, like it's whatever. But,
mean,
like,
I think
you
it,
know, like we don't have to see kids wearing like a fucking, you know, even though Colt is kind of big, like you don't have to see like a random kid like walking around.
Yeah,
school,
if you
with
see
that
a kid
shit.
with a, I mean, shit. Usually when I see a kid with a, like not biking in a store, basically, I usually like, you ride. He's like, yeah. Usually, of course, because
Yeah.
it's like so small.
I mean, it's
like,
so common to see
yeah.
a dude just in skate shoes and a skate
exactly.
shirt, and you're like, he doesn't skate.
Mm-hmm.
But like, honestly, none of that really bums me out, because it's kind of just like,
Yeah, and that's just
it's
an
like, if
example,
anything,
too, you know?
flattery. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's like
Yeah.
they like skaters.
No,
because-
yeah, I
you know what
agree,
mean?
yeah, it's sick.
But I think it all comes down to like, biking's expensive, skating super cheap.
Yeah.
So it's like there's more skaters because of that. So
Definitely.
like there's a majority of them like that are able to just be like, well, this is obviously cool because look at how much is happening.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. It's just like anything, like there's no like real rhyme or reason to how these things happen for the most part. It's just kind of
Yeah.
like this just is what it is, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That I never thought anything of biking or even like rollerblading, scootering. I'm just like, those dudes, like we had a crew of rollerblade homies that would come to the skate park on Thursdays, and they were all cool. And they all loved skating, but then like every
Yeah.
skater was like, fuck you guys.
It's super funny because, I mean, shit. I mean, in scootering, even rollerblading, BMX, me, myself, like, you even say, like, I always see you in the comments and skate.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love skating as a, you know, interest-wise.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think a lot of skaters know that. Like,
Nah, like,
dude, some dudes are nerds. Like, I'm a nerd with
I'm
skating.
a nerd.
You
Like,
know?
we watch every skate video
yeah.
that comes out because that's like the shit, you know, and like we're nerds about it. Baker 3, which we talked about too. Baker 3 is still our fucking,
I mean,
know,
me
our
too.
Bible.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But like a lot of skaters don't understand that. We watch all this. It's like the same shit, but like, what am I trying to get at here? Like, yeah, we're all just doing the same shit, but people, like, a lot of skaters think like we're the only ones doing this when like we're
Well,
kinda
things
doing
just
the
get
same
lost
shit,
because
too,
there's
yeah.
like a lack of communication.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Like, I think that like I like that now. Like, I can go to the skate park on Wednesday and just be like, oh, I'm with the homies, and then I go to the skate park like on a like pro skate session. I'm like, oh, I'm with the homies. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's just like, why does anyone care about the difference? Like, I bet like if I were to bring you guys and they didn't know anything about you and you were just skating, whatever, no one would think anything. And then you're like, oh, we're actually bikers. You're like, oh, you guys are sick. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like there's this weird thing that seems so
Stigma
stupid that they're like,
this,
if you ride the bike, you're a different person. It's like,
If you ride
I
the
seriously
bike.
don't get it.
No,
Like,
yeah,
but I
that's
swear
that's
that it's
what
like
you're
it
just
exists.
explaining is what I don't get. It's like whatever, like it is what it is, I guess.
I was
don't know.
talking to one
mean,
of the skate homies the other day, and we were just like sitting around the fire pit shooting the shit. And he was saying that, like, you know, because he sees a lot of people and just like, and just with other skaters too, like we're talking with Sean and shit. He's just like blown away that people, like skaters, just think that, you know, and this is just a general sense too, this isn't everybody, but they're like, they think they're the only ones and that they're sick, and you know that they're in like their own little world, when realistically, like, they're probably the ones that the reason we got the spot torn out, because they pulled up 30 deep thinking like pegs ruined the spot, when like it's 30 homies pulling up with beer and smoking and shit. That's what burns out the spot. But like he was saying that like skating needs to become not cool again to like get core, you know, and like something else has to happen for it to like fall to be core to come back up, because like everyone just thinks they're so sick and like on this high horse and shit.
I mean, it's true. I see that a lot. Like, there's a lot of crews that I'm not trying to hang out with. Like, I know dudes. Like, I pretty much know everyone in skating, but it's like, I'm not gonna like hang out.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it's
and
like, you
I-
guys are
yeah.
on some totally different shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can say what's up, but like,
Yeah.
you guys are like rich and like, you know what I mean? Like things, just like they're living like a different life.
Yeah.
It's like some rock star shit, but
I mean, the very small percentage, but you know what I mean? It's like there's just like stuff like that, and it's just like, I think that people just have a hard time like looking outside of like what's happening with them. It's like they're just like player one or some shit. You know what I mean? Like they're just doing their life, and this is what it is. Skating's everything, and it's like, even I felt like that at times. Like, skating's the best. Like, there's nothing else out there. And then I'm like, oh wait, like these dudes are literally the same, and they're just doing the same shit, but on bikes.
Yeah.
and
know what
even
I mean?
like with the scootering shit, you know, like that's some super hard shit for people to digest right now. But
Yeah.
I've had like, you know, for example, like, do you know who Dolan Stearns is?
Dylan Stearns.
Dolan.
Oh yeah.
So we grew up in the same town, and he like not pulled me aside, but we were just shooting. He's like, "Yo, you fuck with scooters?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Bro, I fuck with scooters." It's like sick, you know. And he's like a hardcore ass like
He's
dude,
like
but
tatted. Skater,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
you know, he's like the kind of hardest core skater type shit. But like obviously there's the scooters that are fucking doing that shit, and then there's fucking
shit.
Badger doing like you know back 270 back lip and
Who's
like,
Badger? Is that the
Began's. He's from Connecticut. He's like Began. He grew up with Began.
Who's the could be plush dude?
That's Devin Sinisowski. I'm sorry if I didn't say the last name wrong, but he
That
fucked
dude-
with Lucy.
Well, that dude I love watching. his
Every
scooter.
skater loves him, and
Yeah.
I know why. It's because he's like doing.
they have skate. You get on a scooter, you can have like actual skate style. Like,
Yeah,
your foot
you can.
stance and
Yeah.
like the way you scooter, even though you have handlebars. Like, it's.
I mean,
sick
to be honest,
see.
I didn't know that scootering could look cool until I watched.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's like a handful of dudes that like if you showed skaters and like I mean bike riders already kind of know, but like there's some scooter kids that fucking are steezy.
Good looking
Because that was
so
my whole thing.
fucking sick.
It was like if something could look good, then I'm down. Like I
that's all
just
it
want
is.
it to look cool. Like,
Yeah, or
Yeah.
with skating,
be
it's
fun.
like there's skaters that I don't want to watch, but then there's
Yeah.
certain skaters that I'm like, that just nothing could be cooler. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like seeing that dude. What was his name again?
Devin.
Devin.
Yeah.
That dude watching his scootering, I was like, holy shit! Like sending homies clips, like, why are you sending this? And I was like, watch it,
Dude, I
like,
know.
look, tell me you don't like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of like. There's that dude named Jesse Carter,
I know that dude.
long hair dude. Like, dude, I'm sure a lot of his clips get sent around. You know, like
They do. I wasn't that. I felt like he was like the more like overdone version of Devin. Maybe not. Like people were like, no, it's not like fake, but like you know that stuff gets misinterpreted.
yeah, definitely.
People say
I
it's
think they're
like,
both good homies too.
Yeah,
but no,
that-
I've seen them because I don't know anything about scootering besides like
I mean, no hate or anything.
John
I'm just
Devin.
like,
Nah, there's none here, but like
he didn't. It didn't hit the same.
Yeah, like there's an interview of Devin Smiley. It's on a ride. It's sick because it's on a ride BMX mag when Ride was around. But they ask him like, "What's your influences?" Or what's getting you hyped to ride right now? And he brings up John Devin, which is like Devin on a scooter basically. And he's like, "Oh, right now I'm hyped on like the scooter riding John Devin." I'm like, "Damn, that's tight."
who
Like,
gets
that
down
is
on a
sick.
skateboard
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You
He
know,
gets down
like,
on board.
he's-
Also can ride a bike.
Yeah,
you know, like,
he scooters and skates like how you skate and bike. You know,
Yeah.
like, he's
I feel like
fucking-
scootering is like relates more
a
to
hybrid.
biking.
Yeah,
It's got handlebars.
It's the
Yeah.
bars and the fakey shit.
yeah.
Maybe not like totally, but like and whips. You know
Bars,
what I mean?
man. Yeah.
And then it relates
It's a
with the
hybrid.
board with the grinds when it comes to like a board
Yeah,
slide,
yeah,
lip,
yeah.
front, whatever.
Well, they're like dusters.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Scooters do dusters?
No, but like
Kinda.
they do like the sideways.
Yeah.
But I mean that was just a stupid comment.
But
you know?
I mean, yeah, it's a hybrid thing. Scooter's a
yeah.
hybrid. You know, it's a hybrid sport. Like bike and skate, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't
It's
know.
all love.
Yeah,
We're
it's
doing
all
the
love,
same
yeah.
thing, kinda. You
Yeah.
know, whatever. There's kooks everywhere.
I mean,
when
that's
you're
all-
talking
that's-
about like skaters, something looking bad. I always think about fucking Beaver Fleming at fucking
Oh,
Estonia
that's-
doing
yeah,
the
that's-
gloves and shit. It's
I
like,
mean, more
you know,
power to him.
yeah,
Maybe
no,
he's
to
doing
each
well
their
off
own.
of it,
Yeah.
so it's,
but like that shit, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think he knows that he's kind of
he's got
corny,
it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really watch his shit, but I think his thing is just being like that positive, like
Yeah.
wave, which
Which
is cool.
every industry has.
But I
Like,
think
yeah.
that the edgy
Everybody's got
shit,
'em.
the fucking this one's for Satan is like the shit that's like cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like I
Yeah.
back like the dudes that are doing like their YouTube shit. Like we have a homie that I go skate with, and he just got a bike. You know Dale Decker,
Yeah.
and like we go out and like kids know who he is. They don't know who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
dude,
And
that's
it's
like my friend Panza. I've seen Panza there, and then I've seen this top pro, and they're like Panza.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, oh damn, that's crazy.
So
but
it's
it's
like-
like that's what it is. You know.
At the end of the day, it's like, what is pro skating? It's
Yeah.
like it's like we have our industry, and like that's what we like define it with.
Yeah.
But
kids like what they like. I don't
like
know.
it's
Yeah.
okay to also be like a skater out here and like do your shit.
I agree,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
Well, YouTube's easy to like navigate right now. Like even before you guys came over, like I watched this dude, Dowdy, which I'm sure you know of, or Zach Dowdy. He's just like he makes DIY shit. You know, he's just like a skater from like Carlsbad or whatever. And I know a lot of
it
skaters
sounds familiar, but
don't like him because he's kind of corny. You know,
Hmm.
but he's like, it seems cool, and he just builds DIY spots and he
Mm-hmm.
skates ditches and all this shit, which is like, I like. So
Yeah.
I want to watch it on YouTube, whether it's corny or not. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm just on YouTube cruising around like, oh, he builds a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
spot, or he's building a new spot, or he has talks about
well,
this.
and he's
yada,
hitting your
yada.
interest. You love DIY.
Exactly,
so it's
but
like,
like yeah, it's just on YouTube. So even if let's say you put out this mid-level content on YouTube, I'm still on YouTube.
True.
So I might click
Yeah.
on it.
yeah.
So it's just like where kids end up. So
I mean,
it's
I
just
think
a
most people
YouTube
have
world.
that type of shit anyways. Like even like the coolest skate dudes like have
They be
some
watching
shit
some of that stuff.
that they like
Yeah.
probably don't want to talk about or like
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like a lot of kids are young. They haven't figured out that like it's okay to just like what you like, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I see that shit and like dudes are just like, you know that like at home or some shit they're listening to some songs that like maybe people don't think are cool or whatever the hell, and it's like I'm 30 now and it's like still like there's moments where you're like, oh yeah, like I have to remember like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like I really don't care what this dude thinks that I'm listening to like Linkin Park or you know what I mean? Like listening to fucking anything, you know what I mean? It's like I remember thinking like I gotta listen to this right now because that's what I think is like the coolest shit.
Yeah.
What kind of music are you into?
I mean
Grateful Dead, man. Come on.
I mean Grateful Dead's my favorite band, and
Yeah.
then Bob
Sick.
Dylan's my favorite like single artist.
Sick.
But I listen to all kinds of shit. I've been into Griselda lately.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Listening to the West Side Gun album.
Nice.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's just like you can bump around this. What's this chick's name? She has this song called Andromeda. I forget her name, but the song is so sick. And then, I mean, it just depends. Like, I love like people like Kate Bush. You know what I mean? Not even from the.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that fucking Run Up the Hill anymore because
Yeah.
it was ruined by Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like I've been listening to her for years just because of like the sheer like quality of like the
Yeah,
way
good-
the compositions
music.
of the songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is
Shit
she like the
that.
Stranger Things theme song or something?
No, she just had a song that
Running
blew
up
her
the
up.
hill.
Yeah,
I was
remember
singing
the-
it for a
yeah,
minute.
Yeah, you were singing it. It was funny though. That was the only time I was like stoked to hear it. Was
Yeah.
when you were just singing it on the sesh.
My version.
You're like, yeah, like even that. Like I don't really listen to that shit. But I got in your car and you had it playing. I was like, pretty sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tight.
Like, what does it matter, you know? But
Yeah.
like, I mean, I go through all kinds of shit. Like, I was listening to this band called Body Box the other night, and it's like, I don't even know what to call it, but apparently it's supposed to be like super tough. Like I don't know what to call it, like deathcore. I don't fucking know how.
Probably
Like
deathcore.
all those
Yeah.
bands where they're like
Crazy
talking-
genres.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and then my friend sent me one of those called like swingaborda, and it literally translates to
Swingaboard
the
would be sick.
toilet. It translates to the toilet that makes my ass bleed. And it was like
Blood
he was
farts.
He's like I know you're gonna love this song because
Oh,
I
yeah.
sent the other song because like my homie's in like a metal band, so I like in our group chat I talked to him about it, and it was just like. You know what I mean? It's like I don't care. It's like
Yeah.
that homie Harry from New York. I remember he was like, my dad always says like, there's only 2 types of music: music you like, music you don't like. And I remember hearing that and I took it to heart. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not like this song because
Because-
not the standard shit I listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I listen to music that I know people don't like. So like when people are like, "Yo, get on the aux," I'm like, "I'm good, man. You're just gonna hate my music. It's fine. I'm chill. I don't know. I don't know. You know, like."
I mean, I don't think about it. I always have anxiety hopping on the aux with people that like are all like about a certain thing because they're just like immediately like not down.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't want to be
like-
like that dude that's playing music people don't want to hear.
I remember doing that on a trip once in
Cardi.
like,
Yeah, no, literally, exactly. Yeah.
I remember doing that on that Bronson trip. Like we all went through and we're like, just everyone play their favorite songs. And I was like, I got a favorite song. It's like a 13-minute live Grateful Dead song. Everyone's just kind of like,
When you
what?
hand Dylan the aux.
everyone's like, what are you playing? And I was like, you just gotta wait for it, man.
You're probably like, yo, it's 13 minutes. They're probably fuck.
Literally, like I just like I'll think about that sometimes, and I'm like,
That's
damn, like I
hilarious.
probably should have just done something chill, but hey, I was
Yeah, it's your favorite song.
yeah, it was.
You bringing up that Bronson thing. How long ago did Bronson, like the company, start? Or how long ago did Bronson start?
Dude, I could not tell you the year, whenever that was, and I still don't know what year that was.
But was it like 10 years ago?
somewhere within? I would say less than 10, but like somewhere
Because
in there.
you've ridden Bronze Side, right? Like Jake's
No,
bowl right here off the 22.
no.
You've never ridden it? Damn. So he's got a son named Bronson, and they got like a little bowl in the backyard and like some shit.
What's his Instagram?
Laser Clam.
Yeah, he's hit me up about it. I never made it.
Oh yeah, I think we've actually said that. But yeah,
Yeah,
his
I was gonna
son's named
say-
Bronson, so I'm curious.
Okay.
Like,
No, it's the street that NHS is on. They're
What's
on a
it?
street called Bronson.
NHS.
It's another distro.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
do Creature, Santa Cruz, Bronson, Independent.
That's up north?
Yeah, it's I
Santa
think
Cruz or
Santa
something?
Cruz, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sick.
another dope distro, you know.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like that's got to be like related. That's got to be why he named his kid that. But I could be way off.
Maybe. I feel like that would be like
I don't know
over
if timing-
for a
he's
bearing company. I don't know.
like he's like 8 or 9.
He's like,
or
hey,
something.
Bone Swiss, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nah.
Wait,
If you did, I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, he's
did you ever ride Etnies on a bike?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, all right.
I still
Dude, I
haven't.
used to get made
Damn.
fun of, dude.
Yeah, no, we need to go on a regular day.
Dude,
let's-
coming up.
right now.
Let's go on
Let's make a
Christmas.
thing and
No,
we'll
we can go whenever.
New
I can't
Year's.
go on Christmas,
Oh.
but like
We can go whenever.
Okay. You
No,
can go-
because I can never go on Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like I just
you can go any day.
That's
I got
what- yeah.
the okay.
Killian. Yeah, he told me Killian's like
I've
pull up whenever.
heard that
like,
recently, yeah.
Go.
From
Yeah,
you.
I grew up there. Those dudes, like, literally, they were like, yeah, just come whenever.
Hit the morning
Doesn't
piece?
matter. Like,
Or just whenever?
yeah, just the morning. Only the
Okay, morning. No, that's,
Yeah.
that's what I heard.
My friend made a joke. He's like, fuck it.
Hop
hit a
the
midday
fence.
sesh. But
yeah. Hop
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fence on Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas Eve.
yeah. Or just any,
Any
day. Of
day,
the
yeah.
week. But yeah, we should go there. But
Yeah.
no, like, I used to go there with my board and my bike. And then, like, the skaters were so fucked up to me. It was crazy. Like, dude, that was like, I think I was like around 12. That was like when it like was all happening.
Yeah.
I'd go there. I'd ride with Dylan Stark.
White pants?
I want to do the like scientific.
Did he have his white pants on?
I don't know, dude. I don't. I think he might have.
He always used to wear white pants. at
Yeah,
Etnies.
this was we were pretty young. Like we were doing sleepovers playing
Oh,
like San
never mind.
Andreas.
This was he
you
was
know
like
what I mean?
18.
And riding his Chumbawamba in his backyard, like hitting the little jump into the fucking hill.
Nice.
It was sick.
I want to do like a scientific like thing where it's like, all right, you get this brand new, you know, what do skaters? All right, so it's a concrete ledge, or like get a piece of pool coping, like do a ledge, and just fucking you skate this side and you bike this side, but it's like
That'd be sick.
it's not gonna like. All right, so let's say both of you guys, I guess you have metal pegs right now,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, it's fucking impossible for plastic pegs to do anything to that if you land on top. Like, if you skate
It's-
something, you know, if you clip the side
Yeah.
or go underneath or something, like, that's when shit starts to break, or, you know, you throw the bike or whatever. But, like, if people want to get down to it, like, if you throw plastic pegs down a ledge 100 times and trucks down the other side 100 times, like, that truck one's going to be way more fucked up, especially, like, in the seams and shit where shit actually, like, chips.
Mm-hmm.
It would be interesting to do.
I mean,
Yeah,
we should
just
actually
myth
figure
bust
that
these
out.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
no,
should-
we could.
We should get the homie at Keen Ramps. He'd probably be down to pour some concrete or something.
I'm down to pour some crete.
Well, I know, but I'm
Laser
saying
Clam's
like,
got a mold for pool coping.
we should actually set that up.
Yeah,
we could do
that's
some-
a
I
good
wanted
idea.
to do it.
Have beach
yes
to
bike
video
shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty sick because like, or it could go very wrong for
Dude,
BMX. But
I mean,
Nah, we just don't put it out.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just out there like, see these BMXs infiltrated.
No, but I mean like metal pegs, like metal pegs like fuck shit up. Skateboards fuck shit up, you know?
Dude,
like
that's what was funny is like there was a couple skaters like, hey, you riding plastics? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, all right, good.
they're figuring it out, you know.
dude,
They're starting to figure it out because like a lot of people like it's so funny too because people give me the pass like, oh, you don't have pegs. Watch me do this fucking axle grind on the pool coping. Like I'm chipping shit, like you
nice
know, like
14 mil slam.
yeah, exactly. Like and that, you know, not that I do axle grinds or anything,
I mean,
but like you know, it's
metal
funny
is
it's
all,
like it's
all I'm
still,
saying is, as a fucking skater, I have destroyed shit.
Skate and destroy, baby.
You know what I mean? Like literally, like not even if it's not grinding, I've been like, fuck, and just like truck to a ledge. And it's like chunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, this dude came up to bike
So
side and he
much
hit me up.
happens,
He was
dude.
super cool. He was like, yo, like, you know, we pulled up with yada yada the other day. I want to come and like bond to it. I was like, yeah, I'll pull up, you know, with you and meet him or whatever. He was cool. He did 2 whole buckets of Bondo when there was like kind of a big hole at the bottom. Didn't do anything. It's just this little piece of Bondo over here in this hole. And he like was trying this shit forever. And he finally fucking lands it. And the first thing he does is throw his board on the ground and just like chips up the shit. Like where it's all chipped up. And I'm just like, I don't care. That doesn't bother, you know, like it's fucked up already. But I'm just like, huh. You know,
kind of goes against everything you talk about, man.
kind of crazy. But,
I mean,
you know,
it's just
whatever.
like anything. It's like it's all chaos, anyways. Like like you can think that like it's like you set up a brand new board and you break it on flat ground instead of down a 10th stair. It's like shit gets fucked up, and it's like if you want to blame the bikes, I feel like that's an easy scapegoat to be like,
yes, exactly.
We're just gonna choose bikes. They're like the scapegoat, and like fuck them now. Mm-hmm. And I think I've heard from like. I think it was Corey Walsh said that he talked about that article that Phelps made in Thrasher, and I think
in
that
the
was
80s,
like that was supposed to be like the
that
thing that really fucked it up.
Yeah.
Wait. What,
so
what
Phelps was cool. I've never like I respect, but like
in
that
the
sucks
80s,
that
he
at
posted
that time
he posted or not posted, but like there was a Thrasher article about like how bikes and pegs fuck up skate parks and shit like that.
I see.
And then from there, I mean, obviously, if you're a bike rider, you shouldn't be fucking at a skate park with a bunch of people like, you know, zigging and zagging.
Agreed,
you know, like
yeah.
there's a time and a place for, you know, you to ride, and same with skaters, you know, yada yada. Like
I was gonna say same shit. Though.
yeah, you know, if there's a bunch of people skating everywhere, you shouldn't be just fucking like zagging, because a bike, like, yeah, you're most likely going faster, or, you know, higher, doesn't matter, but like, and the way you are on it, you're fucking like shoulders up and straight, and you're catching a skateboard that all their shit is on their feet, to where they just get fucking bodied.
Yeah.
You know, to where like, yeah, you should respect that, like, there's a bunch of skaters here, like, stay over here or do this, like, you should know that. And like, but if it's in a bowl or something like that, everyone just takes turn, it's not that big of a deal. But like, you know, time and a place.
I just also imagine like the types of skaters that there were back then. Like if you watch like Anti-Hero Fucktards, have you seen that video?
No.
Yeah, you guys should watch it. It's it's this anti-hero video. It's classic like cardiel shit. They're just like these dudes like fucked up in like kitchens, and they're just like throw up, and he's just like blah, like throwing up. Like they're just like fucktards. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I know it's a fucked up word,
Savages, no?
but like it's just I assume that there was back then bikers on the same type of shit.
Oh, yeah,
they're the same fucking dudes just
LSD
riding
riders.
different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen that video. I've seen that
dumb
video.
shit.
So I'm saying
Yeah.
like everyone's doing shit. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's just like there was a lack of communication. Article comes out from like the fucking Bible of skating, whatever, influences like all these skaters, which there was probably more, or maybe, I don't even know, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just like things perpetuate where it's like now it's just still a thing, and we're like, you know what I mean? You can't say like all these crazy things, but then with skating and biking, it's still just like fuck bikers for some reason. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
so I
It's
know
like,
you just watched it, but you know, fucking Johnny Capahala,
yep.
where they're fighting for the hill. It's like got the ski side, got the snowboard side. You know, I feel like there's obviously always going to be.
You're talking about the documentary, right? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Disney movie.
So the documentary.
The documentary, fucking back on board.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going to be it, but like we can fight to break it down, because there's always going to be like surfing versus boogie boards, dirt bikes versus quads. You know, it's always going to like be it. You know, and it could always like be like what you're saying, like a scapegoat, or if the easy way, like, oh, just blame them or whatever. But like we're all doing the same shit.
I mean, to me, it's just like human nature. It just seems impossible to like get on the same page.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They always talk about that. Like it's like I always use the example. Like imagine like I always think about going on like Tower of Terror, or like you know what I mean, at Disneyland. And it's like you get all these people like in the same room. Like imagine trying to get everyone to agree on one thing.
Yeah,
like 15 of us and like
impossible,
agrees on one thing. Probably couldn't think of one thing that everyone would agree on, other than they like to eat or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
and that's
how are you
nature,
gonna get,
you
like,
know, the
how are
yin
you-
to the yang.
Yeah, how
There's
are you
gotta,
gonna get
there's
all
gotta
these
be
people?
differences, you know. I get that.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to fucking hang out, ride spots.
I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything too crazy, but like I hope that like it at least means something.
You're breaking down some walls.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like for
definitely,
like
I
the
agree,
skaters
yeah.
to like also just be
Yeah.
like, oh, like Dylan now bikes and hangs out with bikers. Like, is he
Yeah.
hanging out with bikers or dudes riding bikes? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like literally as corny as the brink shit. Like, we're not skaters. Skating's what we do. It's like,
We're soul bikers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny.
but you know what I mean? It's like that didn't used to make sense to me. I was like, as a kid, I was like, no, I'm a skater. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh no, I definitely skate. I am a skater.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also a biker. I also love like skimboarding. I also
Yeah.
like snowboarding. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I definitely I've noticed like going to skate parks a lot and seeing like my local skate park. There's skaters, bikers, and scooters, but they all hang out now. Like they all
Certain
like the
parks,
new
dude.
generation. Like I'm fucking 30, so it's like
yeah.
we grew up where it's like you do one thing, and then now it's like I've noticed. I'll ask the kids like, "Yo, like you guys all hang out like outside of the skate park?" Like, "Oh yeah, all the time."
Sick.
Yeah, I've
Damn,
noticed that at
sick. Like,
certain parks.
that's tight.
Certain parks, though,
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
like I think that's what's fucked up about the parks that are like,
all
they, like,
strictly skate
or
something.
strictly skate, and then like Vans. Like I don't think that it would be the same there. Like I think that it would start integrating.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
I'll
mean?
go to
Like-
I'll go to Tusta and Stanton,
Yeah.
like that Bentley and all those kids, like
Yeah.
they've scootered, they've biked, and then their friends. When I go there and local kids come, they're all hanging out. I'm like, oh, damn, it's way different now. Like it's
Yeah,
everyone hangs
yeah.
out with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think, like where I'm from, like there wasn't really. Yeah, there wasn't really any, just because like everybody did like everything where I'm at. Like everybody
Yeah,
rode
that's
dirt
true.
bikes, everybody rode bikes. Like all the skaters, if they didn't ride bikes, they ride dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like everybody did all that shit. So especially like in Elsinore, like it's just so
you're from Elsinore.
extreme sports shit now. Like they fucking brand it. It's on the freeway, like Dream Extreme.
Dude, that's so. I know that's insane to me that they.
But
have
like,
that.
yeah, there was. I mean, there's obviously
Dream
always
Extreme.
gonna
Literally,
always
bro,
gonna be
that's-
like a couple that built hella skate parks once I moved out.
That's
Shout
like
out to
the
them.
dirt bikers skate and destroy is Dream Extreme.
That's
Yeah.
Lake Elsinore's slogan, bro.
Yeah,
It's fucking
now
insane.
that I left,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Lake Elsinore needs something.
Yeah, I mean, and they.
we got everything.
Yeah, literally.
What do you mean we need something? We
we got everything.
We got it all.
Yeah, nah, I love that
Fuck.
shit.
I mean, I love Elsinore too. I used to go there to ride fucking Elsinore, and then would also go to the channel to wakeboard.
Nice.
Shout out to the channel, man. That's where you can really get some different humans.
Dude, I used to poop in there.
Everybody still poops in there. Nah, I've been in Elsinore I have not been in Elsinore 5 times, like in the lake. It's always in I grew up in Canyon Lake, which is like right outside, but
Oh, I went to Canyon Lake too.
which is dirtier technically
Yeah.
if you're fucking a scientist.
And I was like
Um,
6 years old doing that shit, so I don't even.
Yeah.
None of that was a
I
thought.
don't even know what the channel's looking like these days. It might be getting pretty dry, but the channel's funny because like it's just like half Mexicans, half Trump flags.
How does that even work? It's just the people that show up for the weekend.
Yeah, they're just, and like everybody's homies. Like we were just talking the other day, like this Mexican fool that the homie knows like was trying to get like a swastika tattoo. Like it's just like the weirdest. Like what?
I mean, that's a third party. That's a different party. Dude.
How crazy is that? Like yeah,
Hey, he's confused.
Yeah, that guy. He definitely lives in Elsinore.
yeah, some Elsinore shit.
No offense, dude.
Nah, I fucking love that. There's some. If you're on that side of the lake, you're doing some weird shit.
I mean, that's what I like though. Back to the Irvine shit. It's like I need that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yep.
I need a little bit of
Some culture.
yes.
Yeah.
Culture in Irvine.
Dude,
Fuck.
that's so sick.
But yeah, right on. That's pretty much all I fucking have on this list. For shit. I feel like we chopped some. Oh yeah, how'd you get affiliated with Colt?
Rob.
He just hit you up, senior.
I remember they followed me on Instagram, so I was like not like affiliated with S&M other than just being friends with James and like Timmy Ball. Like I was just riding trails and shit and Hucker. But
Timmy Ball. I've never heard that. Timmy Ball.
What do you call him?
Balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
balls.
I was like, wait, who?
I call him all of it.
Yeah.
I call him Jason. Usually, it's
Yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah.
Jason or
Jason.
Balls. I heard Timmy Balls.
I like Timmy Ball. That's what his
Yeah,
name-
Timmy Ball.
That's his name in my phone.
Sick.
Because
He
he's
was
the
at Bike
homie,
Side
you know
the
what I
other
mean?
day.
Like, I remember going there with my wife. Like, I don't think she was my wife yet, but anyway.
Run it up, wife.
Yeah, my wife. We went there to just go check it out because I was like, babe, I've been going to this spot, just fucking around. Like, let's just go. It's like it was flooded the first time I went, so I was only hitting. There's a little hip that was on Tits Landing. There was like a little kicker like on the side, and it was just you'd hit it. And
Yeah.
hit it. And then everything was flooded. It was after like a big rain, whenever. And took her there, and then I see Timmy there. I was like, that dude's probably like trail boss. He looks really sick. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell that dude probably like he's not
Worked
just
at
like
SM
some
for 30
random.
years,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, had no idea. And then over time, like became friends with him, and like everyone was just like S&M.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, and then I just ended up like,
It's
you know,
HB,
that was
baby.
well, that was the shit that I knew about as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Everybody
So
did.
yeah, so had that shit, and then, nothing came of it. Like, I mean, not that I was expecting anything ever. Like, I'd never expected
Yeah.
anything to come of BMX. But James like got me a frame, like, or didn't get me a frame. Like, I bought it at full cost, but then Timmy brought it down, which I thought was sick. I was like, oh,
Tight.
sick, like hand delivered. Thanks, Timmy. Like, you want a Stella? You know what I mean? And then Rob hit me up like later on, and was just like, yo, what's up, dude? Like I don't even know what he said. It was just kind of like homie shit, you know, just like, that's sick that you're also like that you're biking and you're a skater.
Yeah.
And then kind of we just talked, and then like saw him at the skate park, talked some more, and he was kind of just like, hey, like you should come by, like, you know. And I was like, I mean, sure. Like I kind of thought about it because I knew James would be like a little bit like, you know, you know what I mean. You know how that shit goes. And then I went over there, and he was just like, yeah, man, like I just think it'd be sick. Like, you're a skater that like bikes a lot. Like, it's not a thing that happens very often.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that was kind of it. He hooked me up with a frame. Like, that's my trail setup now still.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Wetlands ended,
You went back to get a bike.
Well, I had an S&M because I went hard, dude. I got bikes. Like,
Bro, you had your S&M setup was fire. You had a
Dude,
Thompson seat.
I
XC
only have
post,
like
and-
good setups. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, I have 2 Thompsons on 2 different
Fire,
bikes with
yeah.
like profile elites and shit. You know what I mean? And
Hey, you got mad respect for a good S&M setup with profiles, because that was like...
well, no, what's funny that I've been talking about lately is like, I feel like if you rode a fucking coaster on trails, that's pretty sick, dude. 0 resistance.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I mean, there's
roasting.
like a, from what I've heard, there's like a race coaster or like a freewheel or something, because like...
Z coaster?
No, like a racing, like specifically for racing, because there's
Yeah,
less
yeah, that would
resistance,
make
you know?
sense.
But I remember like some trail dudes at Woodward that would ride like coasters because it's just like, less resistance.
Yeah, I just thought that was dope. I know like people like the Magneto because it's like supposedly less resistance. What brand is that?
Fly. Yeah.
Magneto. But yeah, like I had an S&M because I had like a dialed street bike. It just sat there. Like, I basically wanted it set up so when I went on rides with my wife, I could like
cruise around.
I could hit some shit. You know what I mean? Because I
There's
wasn't
a
trying to
feeble.
like destroy my like dialed fucking trail rig. You know what I mean? Like, just 2 dialed. And then I remember the first week that Vans reopened, I went there on it, and I felt funny riding the S&M because Rob had been just so cool, and I was like, dude, like this dude like helped me out a lot, like so far with like, you know what I mean? Just like like I got to meet people and like shit like that just because of him, you know. And then I was kind of like, hey, you guys got like a frame lying around? I'm trying to like just back this shit.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, just come to the warehouse, and he just gave me another frame, and I was like, holy
Tight.
shit, like crazy. So I just set that up, and then the trail bike kind of just like
Sat down now.
it chills. Like, we've had some good sessions, and like when I go ride trails, I don't feel anything different. Like, I feel like 100% confident because I'm riding bikes all the time.
When we went riding in Lake Forest and you did that bar spin up that ledge,
Oh yeah.
were you riding the trails on your regular street bike?
No, I brought both bikes.
Oh, okay, all right.
Chill.
Yeah, we did a trail session after that.
Yeah.
No, I brought both bikes.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
I didn't remember. I was like,
I'm not trying to go brakeless at the trails.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fuck that.
Like,
That's that shit.
I want to roast them, you know what I mean, with that nice long frame and shit, you know. But yeah, so just got to have the 2 different bikes, you know.
How many bikes do you have other than that?
Sounds like you have 3.
I got 2 more trail
shit.
setups. And then I got still that 26-inch pull.
Sell that thing.
Dude,
Maybe not. Maybe
no, I don't need it, man.
Yeah.
I still have like, so I just ended up with a bike, gave it to a homie that like has a pool in Elsinore, and I know like all the homies are gonna ride it, so I just put that out there, and then I have my old bike that I'm about to give to another homie, but and then my 22-inch ATF, one of my homies has it. And they just built these dirt. You probably haven't been yet. You probably haven't been yet either. Everyone needs to come to the fucking dirt park.
I need to go there. Yes,
bro.
I need to go.
I haven't been because like all the dudes I rode trails with were like, it's whatever. Like,
nah, I'm going,
dude. Fuck them. It's going. So good.
It's
so good, bro. Like it might just be like.
I mean, you made it look very fun.
I love it because that's where I grew up. Like right down the fucking road. So, but I pull up and it's high school reunion. Like me and Spree tapping every time. Like, I guess like people told me like it's kind of on an uphill, but like. You know how to pump a roller, like people are like, oh, you got to pedal. I'm just like, I'm not fucking pedaling.
It's
like,
there, bro. It's built.
Like, you hit these lines.
Yeah,
like, bro, you could trick.
I mean, a lot of people don't know how to ride trails, which I didn't know that.
The big line sucks. I guess they're already fucked up because the Sarons are hitting them or whatever.
Well, I just wanted like gaps, which is like I guess you can't expect it at like parks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is what scares me with like where they're like, why don't we have like a dirt park? And it's like, well, we could potentially, but is it going to be like
safe?
You know, I want to ride trails. You know what I mean? I want to ride shit that I'm like fucking terrified of. That's like trails that I want to ride. I want to go to Menifee for sure.
And the big ones are on the right, but we stay in the middle pack. The middle pack's the one. Like you could, like I said, you could trick everyone. It's so mellow and like just man, you could dump a 3 on every single one. That's all you want out of trails.
I don't dump 3s, dude. I did it a couple times.
Got it, bro. I've done it.
Dude,
dump a 3, man. You just hit that.
Well, you got a good 3. My 3s, I go like this. It's like
you're gonna learn.
I hit the axis and it just I rotate like on axis. So like I go to rotate and I dip and then my front wheel comes right back up to the top and I'm going into the landing.
Get you dialed in, man.
Dude.
But it was also cool to see. So last time when I was there, the lady who like her name's all over it. Her name
Gail Webb.
Yeah. So her name's Gail Webb.
I know of Gail Webb.
Okay, so of course you do. She's a fucking legend. Shout out to Gail Webb.
Since I was a child.
Same. She was shooting photos at the dirt bike track. She was shooting photos at the skate contest. Like she's been around for fucking ever. Yeah. So I seen her at the trails when I was rolling in. I seen her and I was like, yo, thank you. And I just pulled off and went and chopped it up for her. It's like she can like barely walk.
Yeah,
like
she's
shooting photos. Like she's out there and she's like, oh, like, and I just went over there and just like thanked the shit out of her like for all this and like everything she does. Just slaps me up with like 20 Wahoo's vouchers.
Nice.
Dude, the Wahoo's vouchers, that's so funny. I had those as a kid too.
Yeah, I got some if you need some. I got stupid. But yeah, that was cool to just like see her and thank her, and she was just like, yeah, like the mayor of Menifee is so cool, like he's down with whatever, like he's got the skateboard in his car all the time. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like,
tight.
But it was just cool because that's like awesome for the community. Just cool to see all this shit like where I grew up. There's dirt jumps still down the street that are just hell now, but like it's dope. Like there is fucking 80 kids there every day.
You think since they're technically uphill, you could hit them backwards?
They're not uphill. I don't know who's
either way,
who sat backwards like this. You could hit them backwards.
I looked at the shit and they're all like, they look like they're all like the biggest gaps, like the size of the table. I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
No, that's not hate. Wetlands is as big as this table, you know?
Yeah, some of them.
You know? But
I'm just asking,
good.
like,
They're good.
Just purely.
You could probably hit them backwards, yeah.
That sounds like a fun challenge.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's pull up.
Like, hey, we're hitting them backwards.
We should go.
We should go for sure.
I mean, I'm 100% down.
Yeah, I'm down. I need to go there.
I've been out there the last 2 weekends. I don't think I'm gonna be out there this weekend. But
that's fine. Yeah.
Well, this weekend's their roast. What's it called? Roast of Mesa.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be? Or no, it's not gonna be out before then.
I still don't know if I'm going to that though.
You gotta pull up. Why not?
Because I have like a finite amount of hours for the whole weekend to go try to get clips, and that's it. So I'm like. It's hard, dude. Trying to film parts with like a child all week, and then like I have one day a weekend to just get out, and I'm like,
what are you filming? Skate or bike?
I mean, I kind of just take it as it comes.
Okay, yeah.
Like if I find a spot, like we were talking about earlier, if I find a spot that's skate, then
I'll
skate it. If it's more for bike, then I'll bike it.
Yeah,
it's pretty productive.
It's actually pretty productive.
Pull up and you get like hella fucking clips.
Yeah, it's kind of it's hard to get like both. But, like, I also don't want to do too much of that. And then initially I had thought, like, one trick on each spot, but I was like, that's just kind of boring.
That wouldn't look that good.
So
but it would be cool. I've always wanted to do like, I don't know how you could do it right without it looking weird, but it'd be sick to have like, you do the same thing on a skateboard and a bike, but it would be hard to like.
Well, that's what that was like the initial thought. Like,
it would be like, I mean,
like a thing.
You know, I'm sure you
like
could
Ice
do some
5-0,
shit,
like,
but it'd be like a biker and a skater, like separate dudes doing the same shit on some spots.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty simple if like you can have the right dudes, like a left side grinder with like a skater that's like
goofy.
I'm good with, or
I guess
it doesn't really matter, just like their preferred side. But with skating, there's not really like. I think I prefer a side, but it just depends on the spot. You know, like a tall, mellow rail, I want to go backside, but like a relatively steep classic handrail, front side.
What's your stance on skate?
Goofy.
And your left foot forward on a bike?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's how I am too.
Really? I'm like even with scooters, like I'm right foot forward, everything. Spin the same way.
See, I don't know, like maybe you could tap in as well, but I think like, so yeah, I'm goofy, but then left foot forward on a bike, but dick footed. So like, and I've been trying to not trying to figure out, but like over the years, been trying to see like who's goofy footed, like on a dick footed, whatever, on a bike, and see like why, or like try and figure that out, because like, yeah, I was curious on why I'm different footed. I don't know if it's like because I used to race bikes, or if it's because of like a tramp bike, or like why I'm dick footed.
Well, why would a tramp bike affect it? Did you have cranks?
Because you're
No, because you don't have any cranks.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like,
I had
whatever.
a tramp bike with no cranks.
Well, that's what I mean. So you're just doing whatever way, and you're like, oh, this way feels good, and then all of a sudden you got feet under you, and you're like, oh, well, this is like the wrong way.
Yeah.
Technically, you know.
Which is so funny because I'm definitely like the most shit-footed you could be on a bike. Like I spin into my foot, and then like there's like a few. I'm like aching, man.
Same.
But there's like a few things that like I realize on biking where I'm like, oh wait, like this is all weird. Like I can do like I just learned regular feeble hards and like pegs hards because it's spinning my wrong way. But I can already do feeble hards, like opposite feeble hards.
Oh, yes.
But then it took fucking so much work to do an opposite pegs because opposite pegs feels insane.
Yeah.
But then like turning out of it was like
easy.
Not easy. It was so hard just because how uncomfortable the pegs was. Mm-hmm. But like it's just so complicated. Skating, it's kind of just like, but growing up, we would spend like hours at the park. I'm just gonna skate switch. Mm-hmm. Like I'm gonna skate switch this whole day. I'm gonna push switch so I can have a good switch push. I'm gonna grind this whatever. You know what I mean?
Once you get it dialed, you just be looking like Julian all of a sudden.
Yeah, man, Julian is the best at hiding it. Sorry, Julian.
Julian, Brock.
A lot of people.
Hella people.
Like hiding all. I mean, isn't Felix like you? Wouldn't know it unless you like.
I don't even know, dude. Felix can ride anyway.
I don't know.
Like none of it matters to him. He's just like
for him. It doesn't.
He's like switching his feet and shit, which is shit I don't even.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, right? Isn't that a thing?
Well, we're talking.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking spinning and
grinding.
not switching feet. That's
not
not a
switching
thing until Felix really.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't really a thing besides like switch crank arms.
I'm right foot forward, right, on a bike.
Yeah.
When you're right foot forward, I'm sure you know this now, but for the people, like, you know, right foot forward, you have to grind on the right. I learned how to grind on the left instead.
Yeah.
And it eventually, but then there's people like Julian that like, what is Julian? I don't know. Let's say
how do you hide it?
Well,
I think he's left side.
You just do everything.
You do everything.
Yeah.
You know, you grind on the right, you grind on the left. Now, I consider myself like I ride normal. Like I grind on the right now, very comfortable. You know, pretty. I guess but I started out like all fucked up. But Julian started like, I don't know. I forget what his stance is. Let's say he's right foot forward, right? He would spin the wrong way.
He's right foot forward.
He is, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Grind the wrong way.
I was gonna say I think he's left.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's right because that 180 Indian he did it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Anyway, keep
because I'm the worst at knowing who's.
Yeah, I'm like I don't even know how to explain this because it's so complicated. But like, and then there's people that have to switch their feet for a certain trick. Yeah. But only for that trick, and then they switch it back.
But
there's some
Jackman,
yes.
Jackman Hins, Lewis Mills' friend.
Yeah.
He like.
Oh, I love that. Dude.
Yeah.
He switches his feet to do whips.
He's sick, dude.
So he'll do like a feeble. He's gonna do. Let's say he's gonna do a feeble whip. He'll feeble, and then like in the mid feeble, he'll go. And then
so he does the opposite of hiding it.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Which is sick though.
And I asked him too because I forget what did he say. I think he just said that he learned him that way, and like. He tries to do it like I think he just learned him like the wrong foot forward, and then he like, oh well, this is actually my foot forward, and then like he tries it that way and he just feels insane. So he's like, that's what it is.
Yeah, he makes
Which
it
is
look
funny
good,
back to like talking about
run it
style.
up.
If he didn't like have good style, if someone else did that wasn't sick,
Oh,
it
would
wouldn't
look
work.
horrible.
Yeah. Like, anything can be done. I swear, anything can be done.
Yeah.
It's like
Definitely.
that's crazy because skating's so different from that, where it's just like it's a very obvious switch or regular.
Yeah,
There's some dudes that don't like. I was convinced P-Rod just like had like his brain power was like
Switch
higher
God,
or
man.
something. Whereas like no, that's Keelan Dad, right? He
Oh, true. Yeah.
self-proclaimed.
That's true.
No, but I mean P-Rod's probably got to be switch guy.
Yeah, that. I mean, I'd say yeah.
Because it just doesn't make sense to be able to do that. And then there's a shot.
Yeah.
Everything can be done. Not a single trick that dude can't do.
That dude's on some different shit. I've seen him just ride around like Nigel's Park and like.
Who's the
just
dude
anywhere.
in Viking that's like that? Is it Felix?
Fucking
Hey,
Sean. Like
Sean McKinney.
yeah, like you just ride around a park
I'd say
and just like fuck
I'd
shit
say
up.
Kevin Corrali.
What really?
Yes,
No,
bro.
okay, I'm talking. Ashad can go roast bulls though with the best pro.
Ooh, okay.
That's
I don't know
what I'm
about
saying.
that.
Ashad can do everything.
Oh wait. Sorry. You mean all terrain?
I mean like Ashad can go to anything.
Oh, sorry.
and
Yes,
be,
Sean
like-
McKinney. Yes. So I thought you meant like I thought we were still talking about switch stands.
Oh no,
No,
Like
no.
okay, like
He's-
switch God or whatever.
I don't know if you know this, but Kevin Crowley did switch over crank arm.
Yes.
Okay, you know.
I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I pulled up. I'm like,
At that Vans
event.
event,
I got nothing.
I thought you guys were still on the switch thing. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Ishad, like, just because that fool can pull up to a skate park and he'll lay down a fucking do tour run.
Yeah, I agree.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Chilling.
Like,
Yeah.
no sweat.
No, dude. I
Just got
like,
there.
I've known
Oh,
him
Devin.
since like flow days and shit.
Yeah. Devin
too,
can
huh?
ride anything. Yeah.
Oh, he runs trails, everything. Yeah.
Mean ground check.
It might
Mean
be Devin,
ground
dude.
No, it actually
Because
might
actually,
be Devin.
I'm not that familiar with Sean's riding, but like I ride with Devin
more.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never even met Sean.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know it. But
Sean
like,
grew up at like one of the best skate parks in New Jersey, which is Incline, which is gone now. But like, shit, Garrett, like he.
I mean, there's Dennis, but
Yeah,
like,
Dennis,
I mean,
yeah.
go on.
I mean, honestly, Devin, not only like because he's my friend or whatever, but like, dude, he entered a contest last year, which was Chase Hawk's.
the one in Houston.
he's also
Bro.
a skater, by the way.
Killed. Yes,
yes,
also
it
a
is.
skater.
Mean
Yeah.
skater.
Yeah, it's. I think Devin rides it, does the whole thing very well.
Like I remember Ashad like from flow days when he was flow, and then being like, whoa, and then like he just became Ashad, and then there was times where like he asked me, he's like, how do you backside air? Because I could do everything because I'm like kind of like one of the ATV dudes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just was better at them than me.
He's
He decided to
insane.
learn it and then was
Yeah.
just like better at it. So like I've wondered that like who the BMX guy is. So that, I mean that makes sense. Like I still think a shot is just like so gnarly that like I don't even know if there's someone that like at the level that he does. it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Chad Curley's he can ride it all as well.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah.
Who do you think's got
SOTY?
SOTY?
Oh, we were just talking. This,
now,
we'll end it up on that only because we were talking about it at the park, and I was like, "Damn, we should wait for the pod." But like,
Oh, bet. Who do you think's got it?
I want Louis.
I think we all want Louis. I mean, just because he's the underdog, like, but
Yeah.
I mean, if Nyjah doesn't win it, like, that's just skating is just gatekeepers. You know, if that doesn't,
well,
like,
I
you
mean,
know?
I think that's why like he's not gonna win it.
I mean, if it's
And
not
call
Nyjah,
me-
it'll be Tyshawn.
Call me a gatekeeper because I don't want him. To, like, I don't even have beef with Nyjah.
hey man,
just, like,
it's all opinions. It's all it is.
it's like I don't have any problems with Nyjah or anything. It's just like to me, it's like what SOTY has meant for all the SOTYs. I think look at Jeff Rowley, Mark Appleyard, fucking Ashad Ware, like all these dudes like Grant Taylor, Wes Kramer, like Tony Hawk was the first sickest fucking skater ever. You know what I mean? Sorry, Nyjah, you just don't. You're just gonna taint it. You know what I mean? It kind of makes it where it's like this dude that just like he's amazing, like so unreal. It's just like a different world. Like he doesn't.
He
like,
is in a different world too. Yeah.
So it's like you see a dude like Louis who's like such a skater, like living in that world, like doing
Yeah.
all that shit. Tyshawn just like really doing like, I think it's Tyshawn because he's doing brand new shit.
Yeah.
Like never been done shit. Like Louis doing amazing shit. Like such a quintessential like great skater. But the trash can shit, like, which is so funny that we're basing it off of trash.
Yeah.
But like the trash can shit, man, like, dude, you're not just like doing NBDs at spots. You're like utilizing a new obstacle
thing, yeah.
in a way that's just never been touched.
Mm-hmm.
Like to nollie heel a trash can, dude, crazy. He did
and
like front
rail
three.
hops or bump to bar, whatever you want to call. That's just
the
insane.
bump to bars, like, kind of crazy. I mean, Jake Johnson's done some bump to bar shit. That's like,
but he's doing like too many tricks over these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's the best way to put it. He's doing
Yeah.
too many tricks, not in like a negative way, but it's
Yeah.
like so many tricks over these things, and it's
Yeah.
like, how could you?
It's very new. Like even I'm like, damn, like
Yeah.
that's fucking insane.
With the internet, it's like you see it and you're just like, okay, that's happening. But then it's like when you sit back and think about what's actually like being done, you're like, oh shit! Like, have you been to these streets? Like, he was on Lafayette in the bike lane.
Skating. Yeah, a trash can line.
Yeah.
In the Supreme video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's truly crazy. Like, I don't even know how to like compare that to biking. You know what I mean? It's like you're jumping the jumps, but before the lip and the landing, you're just like hopping the lips
Yeah.
and the landings. Like, you know what I mean? And then also doing like tail whip.
Yeah.
Like, fucking.
I guess I never even thought of like SOTY as being like what skateboarding is.
You have to like live it.
That's
The
what I
best
think. That's
skater.
what I think
Yeah.
of
You
it
know,
as.
okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I can.
Yeah,
I,
that's the way I look
understand
at it,
that,
and
yeah.
like, I mean, shit. I've yesterday I was fucking talking to skiers at Tustin, like, you know, they're talking about SOTY, and I hop in. I'm just like, I understand why Niger should win. I understand it, but at the same time, he doesn't live that like
It's
skate life.
It's just a different world.
Yes, yeah, and it to me, I'm just like, you really gotta be in it, like not just the skating part, the whole thing. Like,
And
you
it's
know?
just he does it like he like goes for it like a politician goes for the election. You know what I mean?
But
It's like,
he-
he's like, I have one part, and then you look at that one part, and he's in the comments saying it's not the part, it's just a part. Like,
It's like, yeah, she dropped 5 parts, but
It's
this
great.
dude dropped 1 part, and it's really
and he'll
crazy.
go down in history as probably like one of the best skateboarders ever, or if
Yeah,
not
definitely.
the best.
Yeah.
But like when it comes down to SOTY, like the fucking Rusty man, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of got to be a dude that like Phelps and those dudes would like approve of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think fucking like P Stone would be on a trip with Nigel,
No,
like
yeah.
drinking fucking beers out of fucking portobello mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
Or when he's doing bell peppers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like he'd probably be like in some ritzy hotel fucking drinking champagne with 30 Instagram models. You know, it's like, hey dude, live your life. That's great.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, completely
But like
fine.
to me it doesn't scream SOTY. To me,
Yeah,
fucking,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
you know. It's a hard thing. It's like
It is.
And
It
then
really
it's gonna
is.
happen. I'm like, oh, I was wrong. You know.
I'm glad I'm not like, dude. I mean, imagine being the people at like
When-
Mark Burnett that, or what's his name?
Mike Burnett.
Mike Burnett. Yeah, like imagine like, shit, man. Like
I still don't know how it works.
Yeah, I
they say
don't-
vote, but I'm almost certain it's just them picking. The
I
right
think
guy.
so,
'Cause
too,
I
When,
think
yeah.
when do they decide?
if there's anyone to decide, it should be him.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if anyone truly gets it and understands it, I think it should be him to pick it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mike Burnett.
Yeah, Mike Burnett.
Mike Burnett. Yeah.
I mean, he just has seen so much, like been through it all. Like if you look at photos, it's like I don't know who to compare.
He's
to.
like
It's
a Jeff
it's
Z.
Jeff
He's
Z
seen
and
it
Mark
all.
Lozzi.
Oh no, I know who he is.
Yeah.
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 But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like those dudes that have been there around all these different types of dudes and everything, and they see
Yeah.
it all. It's like,
He's literally Jeff C. That's
Yeah.
funny.
yeah, Jeff Z and also Mark Lozzi, right? Like that
Yeah,
dude, like,
yeah, Mark Leslie as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know, man.
yeah.
I don't
it's
know
tough.
if voting. I don't know if voting matters or not. I don't think I'll ever know. I hope I don't. But
Yeah,
Seen Jeff Z in the wild the other day. That was sick.
yeah. I was pulled up.
I built a spot like a week ago. Haven't posted on Instagram, so nobody knows about it yet.
What's the pin?
I got you right now.
Coordinates.
I'll show you this thing. But we were riding it, and we seen Z pedal by. We're just like, oh, yo, he was headed to the other.
I love Z. He's sick.
He's
dude.
a man.
He's been like so cool to me from the moment I met him. I was
Yeah.
like, dope. And then I found out who he was, and I was like, sick.
There's a curb before it, so it's a little. Homies pull up with like some curb killer shit, but it's dope.
Dope.
Yeah, come rip.
I'm down.
We're gonna get a session going
Probably
there
not on
Sunday,
my bike
but-
because apparently I cannot touch shit like that on my bike, dude.
Dude, it's hard.
I
It's
went
hard,
to the
yeah,
last
I-
spot.
yeah.
I also call it the D's nut spot now, by the way.
Which one?
The one.
Oh, that one,
that you
dude. We need to go build it again. Just the D's nuts, the fools, or Ligma or
Oh,
something,
the
bro.
food.
Who
Like,
did it? If you would have said D's, he would have been like, "Who's D's?"
Oh,
or
man.
And you
Ligma,
could have
dude.
just stopped the clip there and then did the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah.
like that edit.
Got him.
He would not do anything other
Dude.
than he like. Have you seen that clip where the dude's like, "Who are you?" and he's like, "D's," and then it just like he smiles at the camera and the clip ends. Where it went, dude.
Yeah, dude. Man, they're could have D's nuts him or Ligma him. Or even Causer was asking about the forklift shit, but I don't understand. That shit went like so viral.
Dude,
it's got,
I know.
Like,
it's crazy.
Well, that's
3.5 million views on TikTok and like all this shit on Instagram. It's just like nothing even happened. Literally just the dude.
Internet's a
I just
wonder,
had
man.
a conversation with the dude and like it
people
just blew
just
up.
like argument.
Yeah, like
it's
confrontation.
what it
And
is,
people
yeah.
are fucking confrontating in the comments
Yeah,
too.
it's
Like,
insane.
Which brings it all back to why like skating,
Yeah.
biking, all that shit is still such a struggle, dude. It really
Fuck.
is that. Like,
how'd you guys find out about this spot? I'm just like, fuck.
D's made it,
Fuck, that would have been fire. That's another good one.
Yeah. Next time.
dude. I mean, there's so many. It's like, you guys ever go beekeeping?
No.
Do you ever want to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's like,
I'm down.
we could go because I'd be keeping these nuts in your mouth.
God, I've never even heard
Sure.
that one. That's a good one though.
They're everywhere. Like I find them. Like I'll hear it from someone. I'm like, how did I not think of that? Or I think of one and I'm like, they're typically shittier, but like
Yeah. That's
I
hilarious.
try to get my wife now, and she's just like instantly like,
Knows.
Yeah. It's like there's no getting her anymore. It's so funny.
Somebody was telling about what was it? Barra built like a bunch of flat rails back in the day or something. Like filmed a bunch of videos on it, and someone was like, "Oh, you heard about the Sock'em rails or something?" And he was talking about those rails, and he's like, What's Sock'em? He's like, suck on these nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Dude, they got him in the comments, dude.
Damn, bro.
They got him in the comments, and it was like really funny. 'Cause, like, I don't know the guy like very well. Like I met him like one time at the barracks for.
Oh, you did that fakey thing?
No, I've done a bunch of shit at the barracks, but there was one specific thing. It was like a Nike thing. There was like 24 hours at the barracks, and everyone comes in shifts, and we do like as many. We try to do all the tricks or some shit like that. And I met him there, and he was super cool.
Sure, he's cool.
Retta was weird to me, but like I mean, that face value cool shit. Like I have a homie that like we would be like, oh, he's nice though, and he's like, cool, everyone's nice. Like, fuck
Nice.
that guy though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like none of that shit matters. It was just like funny, like him getting got that well by someone in the comments was just like pinnacle,
Yeah, that's
pinnacle D's nuts. Dude. Like, the dude thought he was so sick, and then he just got, dude.
Yeah, we built this moto spot the other day twice, and I was telling Jason to like, yo, he was like, oh, like he pulled up, and I was like on my way back from work to come hit it with him. He's like, oh, there's city workers here, yada yada. I was like, all right, when you go over there, make sure you Ligma them. Like, do not miss this opportunity. It's when they ask you, like, who built this? Like, say Ligma. Like, don't fuck this up, man. Like, I think about this every day about how I missed this opportunity.
That
like,
clip's gonna go down, and you're gonna get like 2K views.
Yeah, right.
Like just
I'm not worried about the
homies
views. I just want
commenting.
the.
I know.
Want the punchline.
But still, imagine that 3.5 mil.
I know,
would've
yeah.
been, like-
That'd be hilarious. Just doesn't do well.
Half the comments are like, what am I,
that's
even watching
classic,
here?
dude.
Yeah, no, literally,
yeah.
dude, me too. Like, I
Like, oh, cool, very mature, you nerds.
I was riding with High Desert, and he's like, dude, my comment's blowing up, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's
I
like,
forgot that High Des. I didn't know that High Des was like 15 years old.
yeah, he's young as shit. I mean, he's like 19 or whatever, but like,
No,
I
he's
was-
13, dude. I asked him.
And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you haven't seen the Yes Bikes post? I'm like, no, I haven't. He's like, dude, check it out. And I'm
Oh,
like,
he had a comment that was getting some likes.
yeah,
or
he
something?
like said something about like the forklift or something. And like,
Yeah.
it's just getting all these likes. He's like, I've just never had this.
blowing up.
Yeah, it's blowing up. I'm like, dude, what are you guys even arguing about, bro? This post, you know,
Oh,
like,
that's so
but
funny.
I mean, I've seen that shit. Like, I'll get like I'll see like a comment I make, and I'm like, oh, got some likes, dope. Like, it was as
Yeah.
funny as I thought it was.
yeah.
But like, I'm not like moving forward with my life thinking about it. You know what I mean?
He was definitely.
Yeah, no, it's funny, but it's a younger generation.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it's.
is.
I really thought that dude was not that young, and then finding out that I was like, oh, it makes sense that we're like, you know what I mean? The communication's a
Yeah,
little
it's
funny.
different.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely. Yeah, I don't
Young
understand
kids,
half
dude.
the 19-year-olds I be around with sometimes. Like,
I know, it's
I don't
funny.
know.
That's the funny thing about skate parks, though, is like I'll talk to like 6-year-olds and we're hanging out. They're like, "Hey, watch me." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." You know what I mean? It's like, so easy at the
Yeah.
skate park, especially being a dad.
You
You're
get
just
these
like,
nuts by a 6-year-old.
no, literally, bro.
No,
Yo,
no.
I've actually had.
you'd be hard pressed to get me with the D's nuts, dude. I'm always
Dude's on it.
thinking
I
about-
get it. We've
Bro,
got right here.
my this is fun. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I guess we're talking about like trolling someone, but like one time I was with my sister and this kid is like doing something. My sister doesn't like it. tells him to stop. She's like, "Shut up, Karen." And my sister's like 34, 35. She's like, "What is it? What is that? Like, what is that supposed to mean?"
Yeah.
And I tell her, and she's like, she was so mad. Like, "Oh, that's what?" Like,
my mom texted me. She's like, "I got called a Karen
Yeah,
today. What does that mean?" I was like,
dude.
"What'd you do?"
Karen's definitely one that's like it's more derogatory.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got to be like kind of
A
fucking
bitch.
up.
You kinda gotta be a
Well, you know how.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Oh, you don't worry.
Sorry, Mama Lokes.
No. Her thing was she called a bum out because there's just like hella tweakers in Riverside. That's where they live now.
yeah.
Are there now?
Yeah, crazy. And one had a sign one day about how like a baby died and like they were looking money to do a fundraiser. My mom like rolled down the window and called her out. She's like, "You're just being a Karen." So then she's like, "What does a Karen mean?" I was like, "It's like this old white lady that cares."
Yeah.
But I probably told you, and I was probably just had an idea. But Karens, do you know where Karen came from? Like Karen, like the name.
Like originally, is it like
Yeah.
Slavic or
No,
something?
I don't. No.
Yeah.
Well, not like where
Like, what do
Karen,
you
but like
mean?
the what we're talking about, like Karens.
Yeah, like the now term.
Yeah.
where it
Do you
came
know
from.
where it came from?
Not directly. But
Well, me neither. But like, I probably just high the other day. But
probably YouTube.
caring,
Oh, caring. Like,
caring.
That sounds like a reach.
Does it? That doesn't. I mean, Karen and caring doesn't seem like a.
Okay.
It seems pretty close, doesn't it?
No, it does. But
Right.
which is why it leads me to feeling like it's kind of a reach. It's like
who knows?
well,
I mean,
it's
it-
'cause
I don't
they
know where it
care.
came from, but like, Karens care.
It's like it's
Why do
because
you
they
care?
be Karen, dude.
I think.
caring.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I know what you're talking about. It's like now there's a Karen haircut.
Yeah, that's
The
what I'm
dyke
saying.
haircut?
Like,
It's like the
Yeah, the dyke haircut.
That's
Let me
what
call
I'm
your
saying.
manager.
Yes,
That was before
yes,
Karen's
yeah.
too.
well, to me, it's like Orange County, 40 some odd age woman with her like Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then she's like mad about something that doesn't have anything to do with her, and her name just happens to
to be
Karen.
Karen. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Because-
what I think.
Because
yeah.
that's just kind of like
And
a
that's probably what
common,
it
like,
is.
Yeah.
middle-aged white
they're
woman
really
name.
close,
you
like
know?
a couple letters.
Yeah.
Super close.
And that's what I'm saying. It sounds like a reach to be like caring because that sounds too easy to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like after it just being like enough Karens, you know what I mean? Or it could be like Kathleen or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Kimberly or Cassandra, like all these
Kyle.
different like names. Yeah, Kyle.
See,
Kyle's an
like
easy
Kyle,
one.
and Kyle doesn't.
I mean, I've never met a Kyle who doesn't have a Red Bull hat on. But
Yeah. True. Fuck.
I don't know.
Good shit.
Yeah, that was good. That
Yeah.
was like, dude, that's like
We're like really talking shit now. So.
Yeah, it's good. Run it up.
10:46.
We
Definitely
can close it off.
a
I
2:30.
mean, you cracked a fresh one, dude. Let's do it at 12.
No, I'm leaving, bro. Like, I won't.
No. We're good.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for pulling up.
Yeah, that was sick.
That
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having me.
Good times. Pull
Kids,
up whenever.
go bike, go skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
Scooter,
it all, man.
rollerblade.
Whatever you're into. Shout out to blading. Oh, I seen Eddie on the 91 freeway the other day. Wait, let's keep going. I'm cruising down the freeway. Someone's like flashing their lights at me. I'm like, oh, what's like flying out of my bed? Like, what do we got? Pull up beside me. It's just like Ed. What's up? He's
So
like, oh, I'm
sick.
fucking headed to this rollerblade premiere, and like,
Yeah, it was.
and like I knew he was headed there, like not right then, but I knew he was like doing that day. And I was with Heather, and like we had just came back from somewhere where we were just both so smoked. It might have been around Thanksgiving.
Was it?
Thanksgiving?
No, way before. You went to
Okay.
some party though.
Yeah, something was going on. We were both just like smoked coming back. I was like, fuck, like I really want to go to this rollerblade video premiere, but like I can't right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make it. But yeah, this fool just pulls up to the rollerblade premiere by himself. Didn't know anybody. Just watched it.
That's
Yeah.
so sick.
It was the Witkin collab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
kinda-
actually, I think, like Walsh
So it
and
was
some other
skate.
skate homies.
It
were
was
there.
skate.
So it's really a
Yeah.
skate premiere.
Yeah, but there's rollerblading. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that, so there,
Well,
there was,
skating says it's cool, then it's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess now it's
Valid.
approved. Yeah.
Dude, actually, maybe people have talked to me about trying to, or like bridging gaps. Maybe you're like the chosen one.
Me?
Yeah. I see you on Instagram talking to everybody down for everything.
I don't
You-
know, bro.
You
I'm
know
kinda-
more about skating than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just pay attention to like extremes, anything with wheels. I don't know why. I know someone, and I know rollerblades, I know scooter riders, skaters, and I just happen to do all of them at some point in my life. So I don't know.
I mean,
It's
that's what I think about too. It's like I literally have skimboards because I like love skimboarding is like such a big thing for me. Almost never do it.
You know
Yeah.
Brock was super into skimboarding?
Yeah, he's talked to me about that.
Yeah.
We talked about going.
I bet.
But yeah,
So, like-
stuff like that. Just for some reason, I'm like, oh, that's sick. Like I just
Because
get,
it's all sick.
and it also gives
You know
me
what I mean?
like
It's all
we're
the
all
same.
literally writing the exact same thing.
yeah,
Like
and
we're
that's
all
what-
those
that's what it
outcasts,
is.
or we
Yeah.
used to be the outcasts,
Like,
and now
yeah.
we're not.
we were at bike side, and it was when Reed was in town, and we were cleaning it out because it was kind of wet. So we're like throwing, like, I see this car pull up. They expect them to be skaters because there's fucking 8 of them in a car, and just because there can't
We're
be
just
bikes.
clowns.
Yeah, no, not clowns, but
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Though.
yeah, clown car, okay.
It is like that.
Yeah,
Like
so they're all
piling
in
in
this
the
car. I'm
vans,
like, oh, cool. Like, okay, so they don't have bikes. They pull up, whatever, and they all hop out, and they're all like looking down on it, like from the top of the hill. And I'm like, oh, they got fucking blades. I'm like,
nice.
they're all here for the fucking
You're like, come
world
on.
championship.
Yeah, the
or
Blade
whatever.
Cup, yeah.
You know, so I'm just like, oh, like sick. We'll see if they come down, and I can hear them like, are they throwing dirt in it? Because we're like throwing dirt in it because it's wet and we're trying to dry it up and
Yeah,
shit. So
yeah.
they're just like, oh, they didn't even come down the hill. I was really trying to see some blades.
You should have just like hailed them down, been like, dude, you guys, please come
Yeah.
down here with your blades.
Yeah, I don't really be doing that.
I bet you those bladers would have like roasted there.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have, and I would have been sick, but it didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Like
They'll-
imagine
Didn't go
doing,
down
like-
like that.
They'll pull up again.
I don't know what the
Yeah,
tricks
I'm
are,
sure
but
they
like
do.
whatever the equivalent of a flare is over the channel.
Oh,
McTwist.
I'd be insane.
Oh, is
Something
it just
crazy.
a McTwist?
I don't know.
I don't think Mike McGill likes other people calling it that.
Yeah, just
Who's
like
that-
Steve
who's that?
Cab
If you
doesn't
can't
like.
pop off the coping
Yeah,
with your
ollie.
skateboard. No, it's like the half cab shit.
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
McGill's who did the McTwist.
I see.
He did the 5 where it's like you grab mute or slob or whatever it is versus doing melon.
Not roast beef.
Roast 5 is like, that's almost cooler because of how fucked it is.
Yeah, you gotta be in there.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I stacked some cinder blocks on the right wall yesterday. I'm back there just doing my thing, and all these like skaters pull up. There's like 6 of them. Nobody says what's up. Just start skating, and I hear them talking about how like they wish they had a broom. Like, there's a broom behind the bush. I'm just watching them just fucking hit pebbles and
Yeah.
shit.
Definitely do that. Don't.
Oh, I'm
don't
no,
help
I'm
them
watching.
out,
I didn't
dude.
say nothing.
Yeah,
I was back
see,
there, just finished my shit, and they're like, "Oh, this shit's so sketchy and yada yada." I'm just like, "This is hilarious."
Tight. Yeah.
And I just pull up and like, "Yo, what's good?" And like one of them was cool. He was from like Norway or something. He said all the other ones were from like Chicago but live out there. And I
No,
was like,
was it Kevin Bacco where they're like pro skaters?
they were decent. Well, homie, there was like this kind of Asian kid that pulled up in a Beamer, but like they didn't, nothing crazy.
That's just the only Norwegian homie that I know that's like, I
what
think
was
he's
his
out
name?
here right now.
What did you say his name was?
Kevin Bacco.
Nah, his name wasn't Kevin. It was
Yeah.
it wasn't Kevin. But they
One
were
of the
ended up
few
being
that I
chill.
know.
But it was funny how like I'm over here laying Cree and they just skate. But we got it all dialed. They ended up being cool. I was like, hey, you guys want a broom? It's like, oh, we got one in the car. But we wanna go
Oh, so you
walk
did
to
hook
it."
him up.
I gave him a broom eventually. I walked over there, but I
No,
finished.
that's
my
sick
shit.
because it's just annoying to me that it's like, why wouldn't you say what's up to the dude that's
No,
like,
yeah.
working?
I mean,
Like,
now that we're
Building.
speaking about this,
like immediately say what's up to the dude that's working.
It's
Yeah.
not like a trail thing where like if you go to a DIY, maybe I don't know how it's like being a skater going to a DIY. I'm sure you just like get the green light anyway type shit or whatever.
No,
I don't
not
know.
even. I remember going to
I
the
just-
fucking DIY and being kicked out.
That's what I mean. And like I don't fucking. I'm not
I've
gonna be
always
that
wondered
guy.
that.
And
but,
I
like,
thought that was
always grew up
okay. I
riding
was like,
trails.
you guys are okay
Yeah.
to do this.
I grew up riding trails, so like I always wanted to help, like no matter what.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's how I am, like still. But not that like when I was little, all I wanted to do was dig and like
Yeah.
help and do that shit. And that's how like I ended up staying at Woodward and all this other shit. So like I don't know.
I mean, that's how I
Crazy.
feel. I feel like I could go to any trail spot I ever wanted to, and just because I would show up with a shovel. And
You don't even
water.
got to dig either. Just offer.
Well, yeah, but I want to dig. I
Well,
like
but
digging.
no,
'cause
you
it's
don't
like-
have to. But that imagine you don't even have to. Just go
Yeah,
offer.
but
you
I'm
know?
saying I
Yeah.
like digging
Oh,
because then I
so do
look
I.
at the lips. I get to fucking
Yeah.
check everything
You
out.
did that shit. You get
Not
to,
even
you know?
that. It's just like I like giving it like the real like something about digging before the sesh, which we do every time, makes it feel like it's yours. So you feel like less. You feel more connected to it. So it's like less sketchy.
Yeah. No, you definitely get that connection for
It's
sure.
like a warm up. You know.
You got a pocket air soon. We got the cinder blocks on there. It's fucking, I'm trying to, for the Roast the Mesa thing, whether that hopefully doesn't get shut down.
I hope not. Yeah.
But
Why,
if it
'cause of
does,
rain or
we're all going to
something?
bike
Or-
side.
Oh, never mind.
Or I'm going to bike side after no matter what.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I'm down.
if it does get shut down, we're all going
Maybe
to
I
bike
will
side.
just dedicate Saturday to that. I got work at 7, but in LA, which is kind of gnarly.
Ooh yeah.
Fuck clips. You get a clip another day. It's like, got something to do
Dude,
Saturday. You know?
I live for clips.
Wake up early.
Clips and my child.
The sun comes up at what
And my
time
wife.
nowadays?
Good things.
I haven't been up early lately. Times it come up 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Got 4 hours. Pull
Prior.
pull up an hour late. Fuck it. You
No,
got
it's
5
funny.
hours before the jam.
My shift that
Yeah,
night is
clips.
from 7 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. I'm like,
Damn.
Damn. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm waking up at 5 a.m.
To go get clips before the jam. Nah, but it should be good. We'll see.
Yeah.
You guys got anything that you like? Is there like a ritual to end it?
No, not at all. We got no rituals here.
Yeah.
No fucking things to close. No openers.
It should just
I'm
be
gonna get
like
on
you
it
grab
one
the
day.
camera and we like rush over to somewhere that has a pocket.
Yeah, now
me
you need a pocket here, bro.
Nah, we'll get on it one day. I'm in no rush, but now we're just doing it. It's
Yeah, I mean, you want to end it off.
You seen the beginning? It was sketchy. We're trying to get the audio figured out.
That's honestly, I kind of like that. It's like
No,
there's like a beauty to like.
yeah, that's what I do.
Done. All right, we're done.
Yeah.
Hey, that was episode 5, I think.
With Dylan
of
Witkin.
Pocket Air with Dylan. Yeah, that was
Stoked to
good.
be here, man.
Thanks again.
That was fun.
That was sick, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Thanks
was
again for,
that's our longest one.
bridging the BMX skate gap. Everyone loves to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, even talking to, if I meet a skater, the first thing is like, oh, like you ride bikes? Do you know Dylan Witkin? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's sick.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It's crazy to hear that shit because it's like always like my whole time, even as like as a skater, has been like imposter syndrome, where it's like why would I be the person? You know what I mean? All that shit. So like when I hear shit like that, it's like,
and that's around
what?
here too. You know, like there's other.
I
Obviously,
mean, I think it's mostly around here, but you know what I mean? It's like even like that's all I'm saying is like as a skater, it's like you get all these things and like people like give you opportunities. You're like, well, why me? And it's like it took so long to be like, oh, well, because I was like doing stuff to earn it. You know what I mean? Or deserve it or whatever.
I think so, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, shout
It's
out to
just
all the
funny that
homies
stuff's
doing it.
allowed.
You know, obviously we were talking about Devin. He can skate like fucking.
I mean,
crazy good.
he's like really good at skating.
Really fucking good at skating. And then, you know, David Gravette's on his bike shit as well.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of homies, you know.
Yeah.
We're all just doing
Brock's
it.
a
It's all fun.
fucking awesome skater.
Yeah, he can skate
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Betts, best skater. He's the cutest skater
best
and
biker.
Benny.
No, he's the cutest
Yeah,
skater
Benny.
and biker at once. Benny's full rocket power.
Yeah. Shout out to
Scooters.
my
They
rocket
like
power
know,
sister.
they know the deal like with everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
scoot clips, drumming, like
Everything.
Yeah, that's
snowboarding.
Scoot clips.
They
oh
might
my
be the
God.
most talented.
That was
freak.
crazy.
When just that hand plant, that shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
Like just
Yeah.
out of nowhere, just mean lip slides, just fucking.
Dude. Wild.
I don't got no scooter shit.
I don't have scooter shit. I did like a what was it? Duster 270. I hit the
Lip
Duster
270.
270.
Board slide,
dude.
bro. Or what?
Lip.
No, it was on my bottom bracket.
On a scooter.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you did a lip. Yeah.
Is it crook? Do they? No, there's no crook, huh?
Kinda.
Do they have like a crook though? Is it
Yeah,
like
but that's counted as like
a board.
A board, and it's like the easy way out of a board.
So it's like the toy shit.
Yeah. You want
All right, cool.
I want something that like ejects from the bottom that you lock into like a 50-50 on heels.
Ah, that just reminded me. I forgot to get one of those bottom bracket buddies when I got my new bike.
Oh, that Colt, man.
Fuck. All right, shout out to Colt.
Yeah.
We're out.
We'll see you guys.
Later. Thanks.